Hello there, and welcome to the Sleepy Science channel. Tonight, we'll be exploring the quiet strength and fierce elegance of some of nature's most legendary predators, the big cats. Not just the lions and tigers that headline every wildlife documentary, but their secretive cousins, scattered across mountains, forests, and deserts. Each of them is a masterpiece of design, shaped by millions of years of evolution to dominate their worlds with silence and grace. Before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, and let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from and what time it is for you. It's always fascinating to see who's joining us from around the world. Now, dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum. Let's start exploring big cats with Sleepy Science. From the icy cliffs of the Himalayas to the golden plains of Africa, big cats have adapted in astonishing ways. The snow leopard moves like a ghost, the cheetah runs like lightning, and the jaguar hunts with the patience of a shadow. Every movement is calculated, every step an art form. They are not just hunters, they are the pulse of wild places, keeping nature's rhythm in balance. These creatures are living stories of adaptation. Their bodies tell the tale of survival, muscles built for ambush, eyes crafted for darkness, and hearts that beat with the rhythm of ancient earth. Through them, we glimpse how life evolves, learns, and endures. Watching a big cat isn't just witnessing nature, it's witnessing time itself, carved into fur and motion. But the roar, that's where the magic turns primal. The lion's roar is not merely sound, it's architecture in air. At full power, it can travel more than 5 miles across the open savanna, shaking the horizon like distant thunder. It starts deep in the chest, where air is forced through a unique, flexible larynx that no other cat possesses. Those thick vocal folds vibrate slowly, producing a deep, rolling resonance that feels less heard and more felt. It's communication and intimidation wrapped in one. When several lions roar together, the waves merge and collide, amplifying the sound into something almost supernatural, like the earth itself has decided to speak. Lions use this voice for more than power plays. It's their version of GPS, helping them find their pride, declare their territory, or warn intruders to back off. Every roar carries information, tone, distance, intent, and in the stillness of night, when the savanna holds its breath, that single echo becomes a conversation between rulers of the wild. Even elephants and buffalo respond. The moment they hear that low rumble in the air, muscles tense, herds shift, and instincts awaken. The lion doesn't need to show itself, its presence is already known, that is power pure, invisible, and undeniable. Sound itself becomes a weapon, a boundary, and a promise. It's biology meeting art, force meeting purpose, and beneath that thunder, in the quiet heartbeat between echoes, you can almost hear what the wild has been saying all along. Strength doesn't need to shout, it only needs to roar. Each tiger wears its identity on its skin, literally. Those stripes aren't just fashion statements, they're living fingerprints woven in fur. No two tigers share the same pattern, as if nature decided to give each one a custom barcode. Even beneath the fur, the skin mirrors those lines, proving evolution has a flair for consistency and dramatic detail. But these stripes aren't for show, they're a masterclass in camouflage. Amid shafts of jungle light and whispering grass, the tiger becomes a rumor more than a creature. The alternating orange and black break its outline, confusing eyes that dare to look too closely. For prey, this is the world's deadliest magic trick: now you see me, now you don't. Scientists, on the other hand, see these patterns as a kind of natural ID card. Each stripe combination is logged and catalogued, turning majestic cats into data points in vast databases. With a few photos, experts can trace a tiger's movements, habits, and family tree, all thanks to lines of fur that look like brushstrokes on living canvas. Even under infrared light, the stripes remain visible, glowing like invisible ink revealed by science. That means these patterns serve a purpose across spectrums of sight, a reminder that evolution plays 4D chess while we're still learning checkers. The tiger's coat isn't just beautiful, it's technologically advanced camouflage. And then there's the pure poetry of it. Every stripe tells a story written by time and survival, passed down through generations. This living art form carries the memory of ancestors who prowled through moonlight and monsoon alike, beauty and danger, heritage and adaptation, all wrapped up in fur and silence. Meanwhile, in another corner of the wild, the leopard is performing miracles of muscle. Picture this: a sleek cat dragging an antelope twice its weight straight up a tree trunk. It's not just a flex, it's survival strategy elevated. Literally, each ascent defies physics, like watching a spotted superhero at work. High above the forest floor, the leopard tucks its prize between the branches. Safe from scavengers, hyenas may cackle below, but they're left licking their envy. Up there, surrounded by leaves and shadow, the leopard dines in peace, returning night after night to its hidden feast. This acrobatic habit didn't evolve for showmanship. It's an elegant solution for a solitary predator in a world full of thieves. Strength alone isn't enough, you need smarts, timing, and impeccable upper body strength. The leopard has all three, and it uses them with quiet confidence. Watching a leopard climb is to witness grace overpower gravity. Muscles ripple, spots blur, and in a few heartbeats, it's gone just a silhouette draped on a branch, master of its private kingdom. It doesn't roar or boast, it doesn't need to. In nature's grand theater, the leopard knows, true power whispers. In the lush rainforests of Central and South America, the jaguar prowls like an imperial shadow, its silent movements almost a whisper among the trees. These big cats pack a powerful punch, with jaws that can splinter bones and crack skulls. Unlike its loud cousins lions and tigers, the jaguar has perfected the art of a surgical strike, often dispatching its prey with a single, bone-chilling bite to the brain. It's a method as efficient as it is terrifying, bringing the forest to a hushed standstill. With teeth crafted for bone crushing rather than mere flesh slashing, the jaguar stands out in the feline world. Its bite is legendary, capable of exerting thousands of pounds of pressure per square inch, a real punch that makes prey such as turtles or caimans shudder. Those impressive jaws, built for precision and strength, embody the weight of centuries of evolution. An ancient echo of nature's demands for survival, where every hunt is both a performance and a necessity. Meanwhile, high in the rugged terrain of Central Asia, the snow leopard glides through the mountains like a spectre. With its ethereal appearance, locals have dubbed it the ghost of the mountains, a fitting title for this creature that thrives at staggering altitudes. Clad in plush, pale fur adorned with soft grey rosettes, the snow leopard's design is a masterpiece of camouflage against the rocky landscape, enabling it to vanish seamlessly during its silent escapades. Adapting to the cruel, cold surroundings, the snow leopard has impressive wide paws that allow it to traverse the snowy terrain without leaving a trace. Its fur is a cozy fortress against freezing winds, while its majestic tail acts like a plush wrap for extra warmth during rest. Surprisingly, this slinky feline lacks the vocal apparatus for a traditional roar, communicating instead with soft growls and gentle chuffs, which transform the mountain air into a melodious whisper, a perfect tune for its solitary life. And then there's the cheetah, which has thrown the power playbook out the window in favor of pure speed. A true marvel of evolution, this feline is honed for breathtaking acceleration, zooming across the plains with supercharged elegance. Each component of its body, from lightweight bones to those long, flexible spines, is engineered for one thing: getting from point A to B faster than a speeding bullet, or at least faster than any other animal on the block. With nostrils designed to scoop in a maximum supply of oxygen, the cheetah transforms into a blur, gasping through the air as it propels itself forward in a chase that seems to defy the laws of physics. Those signature black tear markings enhance vision by reducing glare, ensuring it zeroes in on prey with pinpoint precision. Speed is its currency, and while it might skimp on brute force, it compensates with a fleet-footed finesse that leaves rivals in the dust. So, as these majestic big cats inhabit their realms, each with its own clever tricks for survival, the ebb and flow of nature continues. The jaguar reigns by unassailable strength, the snow leopard glides silently through skies high above, and the cheetah zooms across the savanna, proving that in this wild world, there's more than one path to power. In the melodrama of life in the wild, every creature finds its unique rhythm, carving out a niche in the grand tapestry of existence. In a flash, the cheetah can rocket from 0 to over 60 miles per hour, zipping faster than a high-speed sports car at the starting line. Yet, this lightning speed isn't without its trade-offs. Unlike the mighty lions or tigers, cheetahs sport claws that stay partially extended, giving them grip instead of stealth. Each high-speed chase feels like an exhilarating gamble, a burst of energy that lasts only seconds but drains their reserves. After this sprint, they collapse in the grass, panting and vibrating from the effort. showcasing a thrilling yet precarious kind of dominance. Just a whisper away, cougars roam with elegance across continents, stretching from the chill of Canadian forests to the warm embrace of Chile's southern coast. These versatile felines, flaunting names like mountain lion or puma, hold the title of the most widespread big cat in the Americas. Their adaptability is astounding. Nighttime is when they shine silent and solitary, leaving nothing but tracks and echoes behind as they stealthily navigate a variety of terrains from the arid desert to urban jungles. While a sighting of a cougar is rare, their peculiar human-like scream is a sound that lingers in memory. Imagine trekking through the night, only to be jolted by that eerie call. Cougars possess a unique resilience, surviving not through overt power or ferocity, but through stealth and patience. Whether in dense jungles or suburban landscapes, these clever cats adjust their strategies, proving that sometimes the quiet approach can be the most effective in the wild world. On the sun-soaked savannas, lions strut about in their social units known as prides. Unlike their solitary cousins, lions revel in camaraderie, creating complex social structures that elevate their survival game. A pride typically consists of related females, their playful cubs, and a few noble males who keep a watchful eye, defending their domain. This teamwork is a remarkable asset. A pride can coordinate to fool unsuspecting prey or safeguard their territory with strategic finesse, showcasing that there's strength in numbers. Hunting as a group amplifies their success rate, as coordinated attacks can trick even the savviest of animals. Add a little playfulness among cubs practicing their pouncing, and you have a heartwarming scene against the backdrop of Africa's golden grasslands. Despite the fierce image, there's something charming about these big cats bonding over shared meals or lounging under the shade of a tree after a successful hunt, basking in their triumph together. Different habitats breed different lifestyles, creating a magnificent tapestry of survival strategies across the big cat kingdom. The cheetah, with its breathtaking speed and vulnerability, contrasts sharply with the cougar's stealthy resilience and the lion's social prowess. Each of these predators carves out their niche, weaving together the tapestry of strength, stealth, and sociability that defines the wild. So, whether racing at breakneck speeds or quietly prowling through forests, these big cats remind us of the marvels and quirks of nature's design. In the kingdom of the wild, female lions are the true masterminds. They coordinate their hunts like symphonic conductors, while the male lions strut about like bouncers at a club, patrolling their territory and sending intruders packing. Within their pride, the emotional bonds run deep. They groom each other, share affectionate nuzzles, and share heartfelt greetings, revealing a love that's as strong as a lion's roar. It's like a soap opera, but with more fur. The cubs, those bundles of joy, aren't just raised by their mothers. They're the pride's communal project. Even the adult males chip in, forming these tight-knit coalitions, sometimes maintaining friendships that last a lifetime. This social structure is mesmerizing, making lions some of the most complex mammals out there aside from those notoriously clever primates and wise elephants. Underneath their majestic facade lies a heartwarming story of loyalty and connection, reflecting our own social instincts. Enter the enigmatic tiger, wrapped in stripes that are as permanent as a well-planned tattoo. Yes, if someone were to take a razor to a tiger, which honestly, let's not do that. Those stripes would still be there, embedded deep within their skin. They're not just a fashion statement, they represent a biological signature, with each stripe corresponding to differently pigmented cells. It's like Mother Nature decided to hand out unique barcodes to each tiger, proving that these markings are quite literally crafted into their very being. These stripes have a practical purpose, too. Evolution gifted tigers with this striking design for perfect camouflage, breaking up their outline in the dappled light of their woodland homes. The shadows and vertical lines allow them to melt into the background, making them nearly invisible as they move stealthily through the reeds and trees. Conservationists can even identify these elusive creatures by just snapping photos of their distinct patterns, marking a quiet marvel of life. While we're on the topic of impressive things, let's not overlook the sheer size of these majestic creatures. The largest recorded tiger weighed in at a whopping 850 pounds, almost akin to a small horse. Specifically, a Siberian male tiger claimed this heavyweight title, roaming the snowy landscapes of eastern Russia. These titans are a testament to evolution's knack for adapting size to suit cooler climates. Bigger bodies can retain heat better. After all, imagine a massive Siberian tiger standing upright, easily meeting a full-grown human eye to eye. Now, picture it gliding through the snow, moving so silently one might think it's a ghost. It's fascinating how they can be both massive and stealthy. Those encounters with these colossal cats have become rare gems, with their numbers declining. Every sighting is a beautiful reminder of nature's astonishing craftsmanship and the delicate balance of life in the wild. Walking through the moonlit pines is like stepping into a realm where ancient powers lurk just beyond sight. Picture it. The light filters through the needles, and among the shadows, big cats prowl with a covert elegance that leaves you in awe. Every step they take is a lesson in stealth. These cats are equipped with padded toes that make their footfalls an art form, silent, calculated, and executed with the precision of a high-stakes magician pulling off a perfect trick. When a big cat strolls through the forest, it's like watching a shadow slip through the night. Their walking style, known as digitigrade locomotion, involves walking on their toes, with plush pads absorbing the impact. So quiet, it's almost eerie. Scientists have deduced that their evolution fine-tuned every detail. The bones and tendons work in harmony to create a soundless glide, not a single rustle to herald their approach. Imagine being an unsuspecting deer, blissfully unaware until it's far too late. Yikes. Big cats have a secret weapon in their arsenal: retractable claws. Unlike dogs, whose claws are constantly worn down, cats have managed to keep theirs sharp and ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. This nifty anatomical trick allows their claws to extend and retract whenever the mood strikes. It's pure elegance, like a ninja ready to pounce, but with softer landings. The only exception to this claw-concealing technique is the cheetah, sporting semi-retractable claws for those adrenaline-pumping sprints. In the wild or even in captivity, they leave subtle reminders of their prowess, like high-up claw marks that make you think twice about what's lurking nearby. Each big cat elegantly balances the twin roles of predator and protector. When not in use, those claws remain safely tucked away, but when it's time to show teeth or claws, they unleash their fitted arsenal with deadly precision. It's a design so perfect. The sharpness rivals the finest knives crafted by any skilled chef. Speaking of sharpness, let's not forget about the tiger's impressive fangs. They can grow longer than your average human finger. With each curve, these fangs act as nature's very own sharp ivory daggers. They reach lengths exceeding 3 inches, ready to work their magic. Imagine how much one of those puppies would hurt if you were on the receiving end. Evolution has shaped these incredible tools, designed for maximum efficiency during the hunt. As you absorb the wonders of these majestic creatures, it becomes clear every feature and facet is optimized for survival, both in the wild and for their lineage. Their predator's elegance is awe-inspiring, and their silent power sends chills down your spine, especially when you realize how quickly they can strike. Each attribute contributes to their legendary status. They aren't just big cats, but masters of their domain. In a world increasingly consumed by noise and chaos, the serenity of moonlit pines offers a glimpse into something greater, a moment to appreciate the sophisticated artistry of big cats, with every leap and bound echoing the perfection honed over eons. And let's be honest, the idea of a tiger sneaking up on you is both thrilling and terrifying. Understanding them is a delightful dance of admiration and caution, as they effortlessly navigate the shadows, truly nature's stealthiest beauties. These teeth aren't just for show, they're nature's Swiss Army knife. Tiger teeth are precision instruments, expertly designed for grip and power. With their perfectly interlocking canines, tigers can deliver a lethal bite while keeping a firm hold on their wriggling dinner. Their chomp is no joke, slicing through thick hide and bone as if they were cutting through warm butter. Unlike sharks or reptiles, big cats have just one set of teeth for life, so losing a canine can turn a tiger's hunting prowess into a bit of a struggle. Talk about pressure. Speaking of ruthless hunters, let's not forget the leopard. Those feline gymnasts have shoulder muscles so robust, they can hoist an antelope up a tree like it's a feather. This isn't just a casual climb, it's like the Olympic weightlifting championship of the animal kingdom. With some of the fiercest competition around, think lions and hyenas. Leopards stash their meals high above ground, ensuring their dinners remain undisturbed for days. Who knew that a tree could be the ultimate dining hall? The biomechanics behind this incredible feat is astonishing. Leopards have dense forelimb muscles, flexible joints, and semi-retractable claws that latch onto tree bark like a pro climber's gear. Studies have shown these furry powerhouses can exert pulling forces that exceed their body weight. When a leopard ascends with its prize in tow, it's not just a climb, it's a breathtaking blend of raw strength and evolution, showcasing the silent art of survival in a dynamic dance. Now, let's shift gears and focus on the cheetah, the speedster of the savannah. When a cheetah hits full throttle, that long, muscular tail isn't just for show. It's the steering wheel of a high-speed predator. Think of it as a built-in balancing act. As the cheetah tears across the plains, its tail works like a rudder, counteracting the torque generated by swift turns and maintaining equilibrium even while twisting mid-air. In the thrill of the chase, a cheetah can change direction faster than you can say whoa. With an ability to adjust its path in the time frame of a heartbeat, it outmaneuvers its victims with blinding agility. High-speed footage shows that the cheetah's tail anticipates these shifts in momentum, swinging into action before the paws even hit the ground. It's like watching a perfectly orchestrated ballet in the heart of nature. This fleet-footed feline's agility is specifically designed to navigate the unpredictable zigzags of its prey across the vast grasslands. The cheetah embodies the essence of evolutionary finesse. It's not just survival of the fittest, but survival of the fastest. Watching this beautiful beast in action offers a first-hand look at how adaptation refines species over time, crafting the perfect predator for the world it inhabits. With its finely tuned balance, the big cat navigates the world like a dancer on a tightrope, tail elegantly flicking like a maestro leading an orchestra. Mother Nature clearly took notes from Cirque du Soleil when crafting these creatures. Without that glorious tail, they'd crash and tumble like a cat on a hot tin roof. Every graceful leap and stealthy slink is a reminder that evolution has turned sheer survival into a breathtaking art form. Unbeknownst to us, those glowing eyes are more than just a mesmerizing party trick. Well, aren't cats just full of surprises? Their nighttime glow comes from a spectacular layer of tissue called a tapetum lucidum. Imagine it as a fancy reflective carpet for their eyes. This nifty little structure bounces light back, giving them a superhero's second chance to see in the dark. So, while we fumble around with our flashlights, they're strutting their stuff, superhero style, in their natural night club. Picture this, a big cat prowling in the darkness, its eyes glinting like emeralds or gold. Thanks to its crystalline touch, they're not just seeing, they're decoding the world around them. To us, it's utter pitch black, but for them, it's like living in a grainy film noir where every shadow tells a story. Meanwhile, their night vision makes them the reigning champions of the hunt, making the quiet night their perfect stage. But let's talk about those fabulous whiskers. They're not just for show, they're the ultimate high-tech sensory gadgets. Think of them as built-in radar, finely tuned to pick up the faintest air currents in the hunt. Each whisker is like a personal assistant, high-fiving the cat when it's close to dinner. These vibri work overtime, letting the big cat gauge distances and making its hunt more accurate than a marksman on a bad day. Even if a cat found itself in total darkness, those whiskers would guide it like a GPS, sensing every minute shift in the air. Each whisker is a little force of nature on its own, capable of detecting movements so tiny they could slip past us without a peep. In essence, these furry extensions allow them to feel their way spectacularly through life, turning their world into a sensory map of pure instinct and reflex. Now, let's not forget about the big cat's spine. It's basically evolutionary flexing at its finest. Their skeletal structure is more flexible than a gymnastic contortionist, harmonizing both stealth and explosive action. This flexibility allows them to contract and stretch their bodies like a rubber band on a double shot of espresso, enabling certain leaps and frenzied chases that would leave most predators gasping in astonishment. With a spine that moves like a dancer's and killer instinct to match, big cats aren't just hunters, they're the masters of their domain. Their evolution has equipped them with skills and quirks that light up their night and sharpen their prowess, proving that in the wild, it's not just about brute force but finesse, flair, and a whole lot of cunning. And really, isn't that what being a cat is all about? During a sprint, a cheetah's spine works like a high-performance spring, bending and flexing to double its stride length. Imagine a catapult in action, launching this sleek feline across the savannah, for leopards and tigers. This flexibility allows them to coil into compact shapes, sneaking through the brush like furry ninjas. Then, when they spring into action, It's like a pouncing roller coaster, a thrilling and surprising leap that showcases their agility and grace. But wait, there's more to their athletic prowess. Their shoulder blades are not your standard bone and sinew attachments. They're fabulously flexible, tethered by muscle to give these big cats a superhuman range of motion. It's like watching a well-trained acrobat flip through the air without missing a beat. With such elastic power, they can climb, leap, and twist mid-air with astonishing control. Their anatomy is like an evolutionary ode to paradoxes. Soft yet strong, light yet lethal, a powerhouse in a pretty package. And those bones, they might seem light, but they're robust enough to resist fractures from high-impact landings. With each graceful movement, be it a crouch, leap, or dramatic twist, the big cats display an exquisite dance of physics and instinct, perfected over centuries. It's the kind of choreography that would leave ballet dancers green with envy, all while maintaining the aura of majestic hunters who rule the wild. Now, let's talk about the king of the jungle, the lion, whose roar is as thunderous as a rock concert. When a lion lets loose a mighty roar, you can practically feel the air vibrate around you. At over 100 dB, it's like standing next to a jet engine, or just a friendly thunderstorm overhead. Their vocal cords, with their unique square shape, allow these magnificent beasts to produce low, resonant sounds effortlessly, sending chills down spines and alerts through the animal kingdom. This roaring spectacle isn't just for show, it serves an essential purpose in their social lives. Within a pride, roaring acts like an audible GPS, defining territory and keeping rival groups at bay. The synchronized chorus of multiple lions is one of nature's loudest musical performances. A cacophony that transcends sheer volume. It's a testament to pride and community. Picture being out in the wild at dawn. The echoing roars reminding everyone that raw power can often only be felt, leaving an indelible mark on the savanna landscape. Cheetahs, the speedsters of the feline family, aren't just about elegance. They've got a superpower called acceleration. Going from a standing start to top speed is their game, completing that astonishing feat in less time than it takes to blink just 3 heartbeats. In around 3 seconds, this feline rocket can zoom past the 60 mph mark, leaving onlookers gasping and maybe even checking their watches to see if they've missed the show. This breathtaking burst of speed is all thanks to their phenomenal physiology. Massive nasal passages suck in oxygen like a vacuum, while an oversized liver processes energy faster than you'll rush your morning coffee. Add in some powerful leg muscles and voila. There's no stopping these magnificent creatures. They really are a whirlwind of grace and ferocity, reminding us that sometimes the wild holds mysteries that take your breath away. Cheetahs are the ultimate sprinters, dashing through the savanna like furry rockets. But their bursts of speed come with a catch. These feline speedsters can only maintain their blazing pace for about 30 seconds before their engines overheat, leaving them panting and ready to call it a day. Each sprint is a thrilling gamble, a spectacular showcase of reflexes and risk as they cover over 20 feet per stride, turning airborne more often than they touch the ground. Imagine the cheetah in full flight, reduced to a blur, each graceful leap an expression of pure exhilaration. It's as if they've transcended the physical realm. These majestic creatures become motion itself. For a cheetah, life is all about those few exhilarating seconds of sheer speed, where time seems to bend, and the world blurs into a canvas of adrenaline and instinct. They seize every fleeting moment, making each chase a captivating scene straight out of a nature documentary. Now let's make a splash with the swimming tigers. Unlike their couch-loving feline relatives, tigers have a passion for water that's downright unexpected. These magnificent beasts are natural swimmers, often seen basking in rivers or cooling off in lakes, with their majestic striped coats undulating like camouflage in the ripples. In the tropical heat, the jungle becomes their aquatic playground where they can lounge and luxuriate, as if they were born to dip and dive. Tigers possess unique adaptations, including partially webbed paws that make them proficient paddlers, and powerful hind legs that allow them to traverse wide rivers as if they were mere puddles. In India's Sundarbans, they glide between islands, hunting deer and boar, effortlessly covering miles. It's not just about staying cool. Water also helps mask their scent, giving them the ultimate advantage as they stealthily stalk their unsuspecting prey. This aquatic affinity sets tigers apart from most other cats. They've got a beach-ready attitude. They aren't just land-dwelling kings of the jungle. Water is their ally, seamlessly blending both realms. Their quiet confidence showcases the duality of their existence, dominantly thriving on land yet entirely at ease in the depths of rivers, reinforcing the notion that they're rulers of both worlds. Speaking of lazy kings, let's talk about lions. Now, here's the twist. These muscle-bound giants can snooze for a staggering 20 hours a day. With all their strength and charisma, lions are surprisingly laid back, treating both sleep and rest as serious commitments. They reserve their energy for nighttime hunts when the temperatures drop, emerging as stealthy predators under the cloak of darkness, rearing to pounce when their drowsy comrades are still dreaming of their next meal. In the sweltering African sun, conserving energy is essential, and lions have mastered the art of leisure, with their massive bodies generating heat faster than your average campfire. Becoming a professional napper seems like the best survival strategy in the scorching heat. So while their slumbering antics might seem lazy, it's a shrewd tactic for these majestic creatures to keep providing those show-stopping performances whenever they do decide to hit the field. Lions are nature's couch potatoes, lounging in the shade while expertly balancing laziness with survival instincts. They've got a system going, taking shifts to keep alert while the others snooze, like a furry version of a sleepover with a security detail. Even though they're catching ZS, they stay intertwined and cuddly, exchanging gentle grooming sessions that scream, "I love you, bro." It's not simply a lazy life. It's a smart and strategic one that allows them to thrive while conserving energy. When a lion finally decides it's time to rise from their leisurely slumber, you can see that they've geared up for action, muscles taut and nerves on high alert. They've been waiting for their moment of glory. Think about it. Even the self-proclaimed kings of the jungle need to chill for a while. After all, energy efficiently spent means a majestic prowler ready to pounce on an unsuspecting lunch later. Slow and steady really does win the race in the wild. Now, let's swim alongside jaguars for a moment. These big cats are the James Bond of their kind, more than just skilled hunters. They're also adept swimmers. While most domestic cats avoid water like it's the plague, jaguars see it as their personal playground. You'll often catch them wading, lounging, or diving glamorously in rivers and pools of Central and South America, where their impressive swimming skills give them a serious edge over competitors. Thanks to their solid muscle structure and short fur, jaguars glide through the water with effortless grace. It's not uncommon to see them hunting fish, turtles, or even caimans because, to them, water is just an extension of their royal domain. They've mastered the art of striking from below, showcasing their prowess as aquatic hunters and evoking envy in land-dwelling predators who would never dare venture into such depths. Speaking of cunning tactics, leopards are the true masters of disguise, known for playing lazy like an expert actor. Imagine this, a leopard lying next to its fresh kill, cloaked in the guise of a snoozing kitty. But it's all a clever ruse. When scavengers like hyenas or vultures approach, thinking they've hit the jackpot, the leopard springs into action, asserting its dominance with a swift ambush. It's like a feline version of Survivor out there. This deception shows that leopards wield not just brute strength but strategic smarts. They understand the behavior of other animals, using it to their advantage. It's a mix of patience and stealth worthy of a nature documentary. These big cats illustrate that the art of survival in the wild is as much about brains as it is about brawn, reminding us that sometimes the best plan is just to play it cool until the time is right to pounce. Leopards are the ultimate opportunists. With their sharp instincts and clever minds, these big cats thrive in competitive ecosystems. Imagine watching one lounging lazily, eyes partly closed yet fully aware of every rustle in the underbrush. It's like witnessing instinct morph into strategy right before your eyes. Suddenly, the forest, which seems so calm, bursts into activity as the leopard springs into action, proving that patience is indeed a powerful weapon in the wild. In the icy realms of Central Asia, snow leopards have their own tricks for braving the cold. Picture this, a fluffy tail that doubles as a warm scarf. When temperatures plunge far below freezing, the snow leopard curls its enormous, fur-covered tail around its face and paws, creating a cozy cocoon. This puffy appendage not only traps body heat but also stores fat for energy. Talk about a fashion statement with functional benefits. But wait, there's more. That magnificent tail isn't just for show, it's a perfect tool for balance. When navigating narrow ledges or leaping over icy gaps, the tail acts like a tightrope walker's balancing pole. The fur is among the softest of any mammal, designed to shield against treacherous gusts. Early explorers who stumbled upon snow leopard tracks high in the Himalayas thought they had discovered myths. Yet, here lay a furry marvel perfectly adapted to thrive in the harshest of climates. Now, let's talk cheetahs. Unlike their lion and tiger cousins who can bellow, cheetahs prefer a chirpy, purry lifestyle. Yes, they can't roar, which sets them apart in the big cat chorus. Instead, they have a delightful variety of vocalizations, from chirps and purrs to yelps and growls. It's like they're auditioning for the feline version of a Broadway musical. Their chirps, especially, are distinct and used by mothers to call their cubs in the tall grass. Curiously, cheetahs also possess a trait rare among large felines. They can purr continuously. This makes their vocal range feel lighter and more expressive, akin to those cuddly house cats we adore. Researchers have uncovered that a special bone in their throats, the hyoid bone, is solidified, making it impossible for cheetahs to create the deep, rumbling roars of their counterparts. So while lions might steal the spotlight with their thunderous roars, cheetahs are happily chirping away, carving their own niche in the animal kingdom. This lighter vocal repertoire adds a certain charm, allowing cheetahs to communicate more playfully and subtly with one another. A cheetah's voice is like a burst of joy in the savannah, proving that sometimes, it's not the volume but the finesse that counts when it comes to sounds in the wild. In the wild, handlers often describe the cheetah's calls as friendly, almost chatty. Can you imagine that? A creature built for speed and predation sounding like it's ready to dish out gossip instead of chasing down prey. This surprising gentleness serves as a reminder that the fiercest beasts in nature can surprisingly possess an unexpected soft side. The cheetah's voice, delicate yet distinct, is a charming quirk from a fierce feline ruler. Then we have the eerie screams of trugus, the kind that can send shivers down your spine. These ghastly calls have been known to inspire ghostly tales, but nothing quite grips human imagination like the spine-chilling scream of a cougar. This long, wavering cry floats through forests and mountains, echoing the faintest resemblance to a human voice. It's no wonder early settlers believed they were hearing wailing spirits in the woods. Folks back in the day dubbed it the Wailing Woman of the Woods, convinced that the wilderness was home to lurking spirits. But in reality, cougars are just communicating, making territorial calls and broadcasting signals across great distances. This impressive scream travels remarkably far, bouncing around cliffs and valleys, making it tricky to pinpoint where it originated. Evolution gifted these felines with the ability to send their sound far and wide, especially when visibility is as useless as a screen door on a submarine. When night descends, the sound takes on a whole new meaning, slicing through the silence of the wilderness. Just one scream can send waves of anxiety through every living being in earshot, especially humans. It's instinctive. Our brains immediately recognize both the eeriness and familiarity of such a noise. It's nature's way of reminding us that we're merely guests in a realm ruled by older, silent predators. Speaking of predators, let's chat about the amazing eyesight of big cats. They can see up to 6 times better than humans in low light. Dusk transforms into their playground. Their retinas are packed with rod cells, allowing them to thrive in dim conditions. Pair that with a reflective layer called the tapetum lucidum, and you've got some serious night vision skills so good that they can spot the slightest movement in near darkness. Every twilight, while the world appears to dim for us, it bursts into a vibrant life for them. Their pupils are perfectly shaped for their environment, round for lions, elongated for leopards, optimizing their vision. Imagine peering into the dimness and seeing nuances we can't even begin to grasp. Their keen eyesight even lets them perceive subtle contrasts that remain invisible to human eyes, giving them the ability to see elements like the wind rustling through the grass. For big cats, the twilight is far from a dimming reality. Instead, it's an invitation to hunt and thrive. Their gaze shifts with the fading light, fully embracing the hour where day meets night. As the sun dips, they become keepers of the shadows, navigating the landscape like the majestic creatures they are. The world opens up for them, while they remind us that even in darkness, there's a vibrant life thriving under the surface. When the sun dips low, the African savanna transforms into a stage where lions strut their stuff. Here, it's all about those majestic manes, those glorious tufts of hair that are more than a fashion statement. A lion's manner is like a VIP pass, darker, fuller manes scream high testosterone and top-notch health, making them irresistible to female lions. If a male's got a manner that could rival a rock star's hairstyle, you bet he's in the game for some serious mating opportunities. Rivals, sensing the intimidation factor of these dark-maned males, tend to retreat with their tails between their legs. You see, science reveals that these hunky lions sip from a fountain of genetic quality, siring heaps of cubs while reigning over their territories with a mighty roar for longer periods. It's like a lionly monopoly board where only the strongest and mannerest thrive. But hey, those gorgeous manes come at a price. Especially under the scorching heat of the African sun. Enter the dilemma. The longer and darker the mane, the hotter it gets. In some regions, lions have adapted with shorter and lighter manes, choosing the cozy life over the glamour. It's a complicated battlefield of beauty and comfort where every lion mane narrates a tale of survival, strutting its stuff in the relentless sun while dodging the urge to bask in a cool shade. Meanwhile, let's switch scenes to the majestic tiger, the master of solitary shenanigans. These stripes on four paws may look stealthy, but deep down, they're all about that real estate. Tigers patrol extensive territories, their domains stretching across dozens of square miles like their own private kingdom. They aren't just lounging around, they're sending out clear messages to any potential intruders, marking their territory with a flair that would make any graffiti artist jealous. Ever tried scratching a tree at eye level? Tigers do so much more. They reach high, often over 9 feet up, to leave their mark, combining scent with clawed artistry. Those marks aren't just random swipes. They serve as bold proclamations. This territory is mine. Most animals, humans included, would have to climb a ladder to see those lofty messages. But for other tigers, it's all in the details. With strength and finesse, these big cats stretch out and rake their claws down the bark while releasing their scent, creating a forest full of invisible messages dedicated to those who dare to wander through. Imagine the chatter happening high in the trees. Other tigers have a keen eye, picking up on not just the who but also the what. They can determine sex, reproductive status, and even who left the mark. The trees, older than the tigers themselves, become a canvas where the dialogues of countless cats are painted in scratches and scents. This rich tapestry tells the tale of their lives, revealing the rhythms of their territories. The forest witnesses it all, the majesty of lions asserting their reign with dazzling manes and tigers up high spinning their own stories with ingenious markings. Together, they create a powerful saga of strength, survival, and the grand pursuit of dominance in the wild. Walking among big cats is akin to flipping through an ancient book written in a wild language, one that's both thrilling and serene. Imagine, if you can, prowling through the restless jungles and open savannas where the ancestors of today's majestic lions, tigers, leopards, and jaguars began their epic saga. About 10 million years ago, they broke away from their smaller ancestors, and the process of crafting formidable roars and stealthy pounces began. Fossils reveal that these early big cats were honing their craft with robust skulls and jaws that could chew through the toughest of meals like a gym buff doing representatives before hitting the field. As the eons rolled on, these magnificent beasts spread across continents, adapting to a churning world where prehistoric climates twisted and turned like a roller coaster ride. They roamed the lands from Africa through Europe and deep into Asia, well before glacier came in to sculpt landscapes. The bones of these ancient cats tell tales of survival, where evolution's slow dance refined them into sleek hunters. Every clawed paw was a nod to ancestral wisdom, written into their very being. Each time you catch a lion's piercing gaze, you're staring into the eyes of history, a living connection to the wild spirits of old. Let's not forget the famed Smilodon, the saber-toothed cat that once ruled North America like it owned the place. This Ice Age celebrity boasted canines sharper than your chef's finest knives, reaching up to a whopping 8 inches. But don't be fooled by those fearsome teeth. Smilodon wasn't exactly a sprinter. Nope, it was a stocky ambush artist, laying in wait before leaping out with panache, pinning prey down for a bite that would give even a carnivore chills. Those fossils found in the La Brea tar pits are like treasure chests, revealing that these fierce hunters bagged giant ground sloths and young mammoths, giving new meaning to the term meal prep. But don't let the smile on that saber-toothed cat mislead you. Despite its jaw-dropping appearance, those iconic teeth were surprisingly fragile. It seems counterintuitive, doesn't it? Designed for slicing flesh, they didn't stand a chance when those giant Ice Age herbivores slowly vanished, perhaps a transformation that would give any extinction event a run for its money. Meeting their end about 10,000 years ago wrapped up a flashy chapter of evolution. paving the way for the lean, mean hunting machines we recognize as our contemporary big cats. Feeling charmed by these big cats yet? You should be. It's fascinating to realize that our modern tigers share a genetic rendezvous with your cuddly house cat. Who would have thought that beneath the regal fur and regal roars lies a surprising connection with your feline roommate? These tigers are essentially descendants of a lineage that has weathered the tides of time, reminding us that even the most majestic beings have humble roots. So, the next time you look at a slinky tiger or a pouncing leopard, just remember, they're not only the kings and queens of the jungle but also distant relatives of those clunky, adoring furballs back at home, watching as you struggle to open the can of cat food. Nature is a peculiar web, isn't it? The tale of evolution hums with humor and excitement, crafting intricacies that stretch from the savannas to your living room couch, proving that in the grand theater of life, we're all connected. Genetic sequencing has unveiled an intriguing truth. Every feline you see today, from the lovable fluffball lounging on your couch to the majestic Amur tiger prowling through the forests, share a distant ancestor. This ancestor, a pint-sized cat with retractable claws and sharp night vision, roamed the earth around 10 to 12 million years ago. Imagine this feisty little creature, a forest hunter, kicking off a lineage that would ultimately unfurl into an array of unique cats, each adapted to their surroundings. As time rolled on, our feline friends took on a smorgasbord of sizes, some puffed up like fluffy puffs of cloud to tackle larger prey, think hoofed mammals, while others remained compact and agile, specializing in munching on tiny critters. Now, while your average domestic cat might seem worlds apart from a tiger, they share a whopping amount of traits like that dramatic slow-motion stalk or the tail flick before a pounce. Watching a kitten play with a toy mouse is like stepping into a charming time machine, witnessing a delightful echo of evolution unfold. Speaking of evolution, let's dive into the lion and leopard saga. These big cats branched off from a common ancestor just a few million years back. Picture this: lions are the social butterflies of the animal kingdom, while leopards are the elusive ninjas. Their genetic history, however, is much closer than it may appear. Fossils unearthed in Africa flaunted intermediate traits: long, lean limbs like leopards paired with the broader skulls reminiscent of lions. Talk about a powerful family resemblance. As climates morphed and grasslands took over from dense forests, the two lineages went their separate ways. Those big, bold cats formed proud hunting groups, while the stealth specialists honed their climbing skills to perfection. The result, a fantastically complex divergence in both shape and behavior, with lions roaring it up in the open savanna and leopards expertly mastering the art of stealth in the trees. Isn't nature splendidly clever? Yet, evolution isn't as straightforward as it may seem. In their overlapping territories, lions and leopards often display traits of one another. Strangely enough, leopards can let out a hint of a roar, while lions sometimes decide a solo hunt is the way to go. These blurred lines in behavior remind us that evolution sketches out potential pathways and waits to see which adaptations endure rather than creating clear-cut boundaries. Now, let's turn our gaze to the cheetah. With that sleek, slender physique, the cheetah has ventured down an entirely separate evolutionary road. These speedy marvels aren't part of the Pantherterra family that includes lions, tigers, and leopards. They're in a category all their own. Imagine the cheetah ancestors, sprinting with purpose, showing off their evolution towards speed rather than brute strength over 5 million years ago. So the next time you spot a cat lounging about or a cheetah sprinting full throttle, remember, they're all part of an intricate family tree that traces back millions of years. In the grand evolutionary game, cats of all sorts share a vivid history filled with twists, turns, and adaptations galore. Nature has quite the entertaining story to tell, one furry pounce at a time. Cheetahs, the rocket sprinters of the animal kingdom, have made some serious upgrades over time. They have ditched the ability to roar for a more nimble larynx and swapped bulky bone density for featherweight agility. With their long legs and skinny waists, these speed demons boast oversized hearts and lungs, enabling them to run like they're racing against time. Their ancient ancestors had a broader geographical footprint, but now, modern cheetahs are the ultimate living relics, reminding us that evolution is more about finesse than brute strength. Then there's the snow leopard, a mountain superstar with a skull that's tailor-made for thin air, residing in the breathtaking Himalayas. This feline doesn't just survive, It thrives where most would be clutching their chests in disbelief. Its oversized nasal cavities are like a built-in humidifier, preparing icy air for its lungs, plus, the broad sinuses are oxygen absorption champs, ensuring that this majestic creature is more than equipped to conquer steep terrains. What's even cooler is the snow leopard's muscular jaw setup. Its skull is designed for power, allowing it to clutch its prey tightly while teetering on the edge of cliffs. Talk about a predator prepared for a dinner date at high altitude. Everything about this big cat is engineered for life among the clouds, ensuring it can deep breathe its way through the rigors of mountain living with absolute flair. And let's not forget the jaguar, the feline heavyweight that once had its origins in Asia. That's right, this muscular beast wasn't always strutting through the Americas. It made a grand entrance via the land bridge when sea levels were at a low ebb. Fossils discovered in China hint at a much older lineage, suggesting these ancestral cats embarked on a grand adventure long before their American debut, evolving into the rainforest rulers we know today. Once in the Americas, jaguars went on a wild evolutionary spree. They transformed from their ancestors into a formidable force, braving the rugged terrains from deserts to jungles. Their versatility is nothing short of remarkable, as they adapted seamlessly to various environments, making them kings of the biological jungle gym. Just think, one minute they're chilling in the lowlands, the next, they're maneuvering through thick African underbrush like pros. With their robust skull structure and unique methods for bringing down prey like that bone-crushing bite through the skull itself, jaguars have perfected the art of the hunt. It's a survival strategy that bridges their past and present, linking them to relatives from the old world and ensuring they remain efficient hunters in any setting. When you put all these incredible adaptations together, it's clear that evolution is one wild ride shaping the beautiful chaos of the animal kingdom. Lurking in the heart of the Americas, the jaguar's adventure is nothing short of astounding. Imagine a sleek traveler from Asia who transformed into the embodiment of the wild lands, leaving a mark on myths from centuries past. Scientists claim that cougars, or pumas if you're feeling fancy, might actually be the OG cats of the New World. Picture this, they've been strutting around these parts for millions of years, long before their roaring cousins, lions and leopards, decided to take the scenic route from Eurasia. Fossil records are like a time capsule, showcasing the early ancestors of cougars dating back nearly 4 million years. Can you believe it? These cats weren't the loud, raw, happy creatures we see today. Instead, cougars flaunted rounded skulls and a talent for subtle vocalization, leading a rather solitary life, likely sipping herbal tea and contemplating their next move. Their secret sauce to survival, adaptability. These cool cats can chill in everything from sweltering deserts to snowy mountain tops, proving versatility is truly the name of the game. As climate chaos raged and many predators bit the dust, cougars emerged unscathed. They seem to be the living embodiment of survival, carrying genetic stories from their ancient relatives like a family heirloom. These kitties aren't just relics, they're the embodiment of evolution's amazing ability to withstand the test of time, quietly thriving where others fell by the wayside. Talk about a cat with 9 lives, more like 1,000. Now, let's get to the roaring sensation that's lit up the feline scene. Enter the Panther lineage, which gives life to the big cats we know today: lions, tigers, leopards, and jaguars. This gang shares a fabulous family tree, thanks to a quirky evolutionary twist. The ability to roar. Researchers flip through the pages of history and find a common ancestor from around 6 million years ago, chilling at the crossroads of evolution. As this roaring crew spread across the globe, they each gained their special edge. Lions bulked up, tigers sported stripes, leopards got those stylish rosettes, and jaguars equipped themselves with jaw-dropping power. Fossils from Asia give us glimpses of their smaller, yet equally unique ancestors, who had that special hyoid bone to belt out low-frequency calls. Can you imagine those tiny roars echoing through the forests? The evolutionary saga doesn't stop there. The Panther lineage is still on the move. Modern DNA studies are like a genetic detective story, unraveling how these iconic species branched out and adapted to their environments. Their familial ties are much deeper than just territory. It's all about that signature roar echoing across lions' territories to the jungles where jaguars prowl, uniting them in a symphonic feline harmony. And let's dive into the specifics of what makes that roar possible. Thanks to that nifty throat structure, the hyoid bone. These big cats can unleash their majestic calls. How about that? From playful purring to earth-shaking roars. This exceptional anatomy lets them express their feline charisma in ways that make us mere humans feel like background characters in their wild dramas. Roar, baby, roar. Did you ever think about why house cats purr while their big cat cousins roar? It's all about the hyoid bone. For your regular fluffy companion, this bone is solid, enabling those soothing purrs to flow endlessly. But when you step into the realm of lions, tigers, and their ferocious friends like leopards and jaguars, the hyoid gets a little fancy. It's only partially solid. This grants them the flexibility to vibrate at deep, spine-shaking frequencies, not ideal for purring, but absolutely perfect for roaring. Now, let's talk about the sonic fireworks these big cats unleash, a tangible result of evolution's clever design. Imagine massive vocal folds and chest muscles all in sync, orchestrating a rich, rolling roar that could rattle bones and shake the skies. Each deep, booming sound is not just a random growl. It's a multifaceted melody of bone, air, and muscle that acts like a highly sophisticated, four-legged symphony orchestra. When you hear a lion's roar, that's not just noise, it's pure evolution serenading the wild. Every big cat has its own musical flair. Think of them as nature's rock stars. Lions roar with an iconic rhythm, each boom like a drumbeat piercing through the savanna. Tigers dive deep with rolling sequences that could impress any heavy metal band. Meanwhile, leopards emit a funky rasp that might remind you of a saw buzzing through wood, truly unique. Jaguars cough and grunt while snow leopards sneak in soft chuffs that sound surprisingly polite. This acoustic diversity exists because of differences in throat anatomy and lung power. Talk about a vocal gym workout. Communication is quite the crucial affair in the animal kingdom. It's all about marking territory, wooing potential mates, and keeping those social ties strong. Researchers digging into these vocalizations discovered an astonishing fact. Each species has distinct accents. Yes, even within a pride or a group of tigers, individuals can identify each other from far away. It's like they're speaking their own local dialect, designed not just for survival but for a harmonious coexistence amid the wild chaos. Now let's peek behind the curtain and explore a fascinating hidden layer: infrasound. Tigers are the masters of this low-frequency magic. Their deep rumbles can slip below the 20 Hz threshold, beyond human hearing. These mysterious low tones can travel through forests and soil, creating an invisible sound wave network. Talk about a purring plot twist. It's like they have their own secret chat room, allowing them to communicate over miles without ever uttering a traditional roar. Imagine being one of those nearby animals, feeling a tiger's roar vibrating through your chest. This is the essence of infrasound. It serves dual purposes: communication and intimidation, all wrapped in the power of low frequencies. Some researchers speculate that these sub-bass vibrations help coordinate mating rituals or patrols, acting like a subsonic signal between contenders. So, every growl is a message, and every vibration has a motive, rooted deeply in survival and social interaction in the vast wilderness. Zoo visitors sometimes experience subtle vibrations without understanding where they come from. These sensations stem from the fascinating communication methods of tigers, which employ a private channel that evades human detection. It demonstrates how the forest is alive with voices beyond our comprehension, with tigers being one of its most formidable speakers. Their presence underscores the enchanting yet mysterious realm of animal interactions that surround us daily. Leopards, on the other hand, take a different auditory approach with their distinctive call. Imagine the sound of someone vigorously cutting wood. That's akin to the leopard's magnificent vocalization. Although leopards generally refraining from roaring, their occasional high-pitched rasps serve as a striking announcement of territory and an appeal for companionship. This peculiar sound echoes through the woods at dawn and dusk, leaving an impression as unique as a musical fingerprint. Producing this peculiar call involves a curious mechanism. Air flows over their vocal cords both while inhaling and exhaling, crafting the continuous rasp we hear. This surprisingly mechanical sound reminds us of how the natural world occasionally parallels tools and invented textures. Observers armed with audio recorders can capture these calls to delineate leopard territories without ever laying eyes on the actual animals, proving just how effective sound can be in marking presence while keeping a low profile. Meanwhile, lions bring their own flair to the art of communication. When a pride of lions roars in unison, it becomes a powerful amulet of social bonding. These synchronized choruses can be heard most clearly at dawn and dusk, echoing across the vast savanna. This vocal unity is more than just an announcement. It's a declaration of community, solidifying their presence while asserting territorial boundaries, making their roars a beautiful blend of harmony and purpose in the wild. Interestingly enough, each lion carries its own unique vocal traits, with subtle shifts in pitch and rhythm. When they join together, it produces a majestic chorus that resonates deeply. Neighboring prides may chime in, generating an impressive symphonic dialogue that rolls majestically across the grasslands. Such synchronized roaring is instinctive, with lions adjusting their timing to maintain harmony, reminiscent of a well-rehearsed choir aiming to deter any potential competitors. Cheetahs, in their own quirky manner, also communicate with amusing chirps that imitate bird calls. With a unique twist on expectations, these speedy felines have developed a trademark chirp that sets them apart. Through their playful vocalizations, cheetahs remind us that the world of animal communication is brimming with surprises, showing how different species adapt and thrive within their ecosystems. In this jungle of sounds, every animal finds a way to express itself, employing methods that blend utility with artistry, from the haunting rasp of the leopards to the majestic roars of lions and the playful chirps of cheetahs. Each call paints a vivid audio landscape rich with personality. This symphony of sounds participating in nature's grand orchestration leaves us both awed and amused, weaving an intricate story about life in the wild that is just waiting to be explored. Instead of echoing through the savanna with thunderous roars, cheetahs have their own unique way of communicating high-pitched chirps. These cheerful vocalizations are reminiscent of songbirds and serve crucial purposes. Mothers and their playful cubs utilize these chirps to stay connected while darting through the tall grasses, while adults reserve them for charming courtship moments or friendly hellos. According to field researchers, these sounds blend whistles with bird-like trills, echoing across distances you'd least expect. Surprisingly, the cheetah's vocal cords and their rigid hyoid bone play a significant role in this acoustic ballet. They limit low frequencies but allow those quick and precise sound bursts, making them perfect for short-range chit-chat. In the orchestra of the savanna, these chirps cut through the dense backdrop without sending prey sprinting. It's a curious and delightful sound, peeking through the grass unexpected from a creature built for speed. Truly, it embodies the cheetah, a light, agile beast that seems to whisper secrets while racing like the wind. Now, let's step into the world of jaguars, the original vocal artists of the jungle. These big cats aren't shy about making their presence known. They grunt, cough, and have even mastered a special sound dubbed the saw. This throat-grumbling combination falls somewhere between a roar and a growl. Imagine a deep series of raspy grunts that soar through the humid jungle air, perfect for signaling their dominance or wooing potential mates amidst the dense foliage. Male jaguars, ever the romantics, use their unique sound to announce their arrival and catch the attention of the fabulous females nearby. Surprisingly, this sound can travel over a mile, carrying their calls through the lush greenery. When tensions rise, they throw in a cough-like roar, an abrupt pulsating noise that shimmies through the towering forest canopy. Their vocal variety perfectly fits their environment, with sharp bursts ideal for the thick jungle compared to drawn-out roars. Acoustic studies have unveiled that each jaguar's saw has distinct intervals, making it the ultimate vocal fingerprint among neighbors. It's as if the jungle contains an intricate hidden language, weaving communication through the leaves of ancient trees, carrying stories older than any human existence. While humans may find themselves lost in translation, jaguars know exactly what they're saying. Then there's the elusive snow leopard, which communicates in a soft and soothing manner through chuffing. These graceful felines might lack the physical traits for roaring, but they've got a cozy sound that speaks volumes, a gentle and friendly puff of air from their nostrils. Chuffing is their way of greeting loved ones. You'll find this soothing burst among mates, playful cubs, and even humans they hold dear. Chuffing carries a sense of calm and reassurance rather than aggression, turning potential encounters into delightful reunions. Whether in a zoo or captured on a camera trap, this friendly exchange reveals the affectionate side of these majestic creatures. Who knew that such a soft sound could resonate with warmth from an animal that thrives in harsh and icy environments? the snow leopard truly embodies the gentle spirit, proving even the fiercest of beasts have a tender side lurking beneath their rugged exteriors. Imagine a snow leopard, majesty incarnate, loping through the frosty expanse of its mountain home. Suddenly, it emits a rare sound of chuff. This precious exhalation, like a warm cloud in the frigid air, is an invitation, not a warning. Scientists say this charming vocalization spreads good vibes among snow leopards, easing tensions in their solitary lives. After all, who wouldn't want to ease the mood with a gentle, feline smile in the snowy wilderness? Now, let's not forget about the art of scent marking. These big cats have perfected it. Picture this, a leopard strutting confidently, leaving behind invisible messages on trees, rocks, and trails. These chemical whispers contain all their personal secrets, revealing identity, gender, and even whether they had a bad day. Scent is like their personal Facebook, where every spray and rub updates their status for the whole cat community to see. But wait, a cat's scent marking isn't just a casual post, it's a complex symphony of hormones ready to be read by other felines. Their scent glands are the true storytellers, spilling secrets rich enough to entice or deter. Urine spray serves as an oversized billboard, boldly declaring, "This is MY territory," and just like checking a friend's latest post, other cats can tell who's been around and how fresh the scent is for them. Every sniff can signal who needs to step back and who's just cruising by. In dense habitats with stealthy predators lurking, these fragrant trails take on a whole new meaning. It's like a secret map where each unique scent guides big cats in their daily lives. Imagine the forest or savanna thriving with this olfactory web, crafting a lively underground conversation. We might not catch a whiff of it, but for these cats, it's as clear as reading the latest buzz on social media. Speaking of unique messages, let's delve deeper into the science behind these scents. Each cat leaves behind a chemical signature as distinctive as a human fingerprint. When a lion sprays or a leopard gives a tree a friendly rub, it's their way of signing autographs in the wild. Reviewing these fascinating fragrances reveals clues about diet, genetics, and more, creating a scent profile that's impossible to imitate, even for the most seasoned scent marketer. In fact, experimentation shows that cats can identify not only their own marks but also their neighbors' scents, leading to very different reactions. When they catch a whiff of a familiar face, it's chill time. But when they detect a new scent, it often veers towards caution or aggression. Talk about colorful personalities. This olfactory communication is a crucial skill that helps them dodge potential drama in their rugged lives. Just think, a single whiff can turn a tense situation into a smooth, peaceful interaction. The power of smell in the wild sets the stage for a soft paw approach, allowing cats to navigate their territory with the prowess of finesse rather than force. In the end, these majestic creatures manage a carefully choreographed dance of scent, smiles, and stealth that keeps their world thriving against all odds. For biologists, scent molecules aren't just for sniffing, they're a treasure trove of information. They reveal how territories overlap and give a peek into the health of the population. It's like a diary entry written not in ink but swirls of smell hanging in the air. Every gust of wind in a lion's domain tells a story, weaving a tapestry of olfactory memories captured in the essence of bark and breeze. Now, let's talk about the feline code of silence. Big cats aren't chatting over coffee. They've got their own secret language using whisker positions and tail movements. When a lion's whiskers are angled forward, it's game on focus, aggression. But if they flatten back, it's a clear sign of fear or submission. And that flick of the tail, pure drama. It can show irritation, curiosity, or even a playful mood. Who knew cats could be such expressive little fellas? Among the pride, these subtle moves are like unspoken words, helping to keep the peace and nurture relationships. Cubs, with their curious little eyes, watch and learn from the pros, mimicking their postures during playful antics. Researchers capturing these moments in slow motion have noticed how each whisker twitch is perfectly synced with eye contact and breathing. It's a stunning ballet of emotions, all played out without uttering a single meow. In the world of stealthy cats, silence is golden. Why waste energy on sounds when you can channel all that cute feline energy into body language? Every flick and twitch transforms thought into motion, creating a mesmerizing spectacle. To witness a tiger's silent dance across the grass is to see instinct and elegance coalesce. Each whisker and flick of the tail forms an elaborate, wordless dialogue with nature. Now, Down to the muscle of the matter, let's talk about a tiger's front limbs. They're not just for show. Those powerful limbs can snap a large prey spine like a twig, built for grappling rather than running. These amazing appendages are packed with fast twitch fibers that deliver a hit so strong it could leave an adult deer reeling. When a tiger pounces, it's a magnificent blend of momentum and brute strength. Researchers delving into tiger skeletons have found some pretty fascinating adaptations. Those broad shoulder blades and robust humor bones, they're designed to provide extraordinary leverage. In the rare moments captured on film, tigers demonstrate how they can break the spine of large prey instantly. Talk about a precision hit, every muscle in perfect harmony, executing a flawless predatory maneuver. It's not just killing, it's art. And let's not overlook that infamous tongue. A big cat's tongue is a marvel in its own right, covered in tiny backward curving spines called papillae. Picture this, thousands of little hook-shaped structures give its tongue a rugged, sandpaper-like texture, perfect for scraping meat off bones. It's a built-in tool designed for the ultimate dining experience. Who knew that eating could be so sophisticated in the animal kingdom? Cats really do have it all figured out. When a big cat goes to town on a carcass, it's like watching an expert gourmet at a five-star restaurant. Its tongue, equipped with tiny and effective structures that resemble a comb, skillfully laps up every morsel of meat, rendering the bone almost bare. Not only does this unique tongue score a meal, but it also serves as a comb to groom fur, evict pesky parasites, and spread nourishing oils across their luscious coat. Engineers are so intrigued by this that they've modeled innovative brushes based on these tiny scoops. Talk about multifunctional. Speaking of powerful design, let's dive into the impressive cardiovascular system of these feline athletes. With a heart and lung ratio larger than most of their mammal cousins, these cats are built for short, explosive bursts of energy. Whether it's a lion bursting into a sprint or a leopard leaping gracefully, their heart rates can shoot up 3 times faster in a matter of seconds. It's like their bodies are fine-tuned race cars, with arteries designed for maximum flexibility and strength, ensuring rapid blood flow to those hard-working muscles. But it all comes at a cost. After that adrenaline-fueled chase, there's a mandatory cool-down period. Their bodies need to recalibrate, shedding heat and recouping energy. Think of it as the ultimate post-workout spa treatment for big cats. This dance between power and endurance is what crafts their unique hunting strategy. Unlike the marathon runners of the wild, these cats are masters of ambush, waiting for just the right moment to spring into action. When they strike, it's a spectacle of nature's finest mechanics. Now, if we look at the cheetah, things get even more thrilling. Their bodies are engineered to achieve breathtaking warp speeds, making them the Ferrari of the animal kingdom. Lightweight bones contribute to their speed, while enlarged nostrils are like built-in turbochargers, maximizing airflow. Let's not forget about their fabulous and functional skeleton and skull structure, which allows for efficient oxygen transport right when it matters most. As they roar down the savanna, their respiratory system kicks into high gear. Picture this, during a sizzling sprint, a cheetah can take more than 150 breaths a minute. That's nearly 2 inhalations per second. It's like running while breathing through a vacuum cleaner. Talk about intensity. Their spine, like a highly tuned spring, compresses rhythmically, helping their ribs work in perfect sync with every powerful stride they take. This exhilarating combination of speed and design showcases how nature optimizes every nuance for survival. A cheetah's ability to efficiently channel oxygen is not just brilliant, it's a life and death tool that gives it an edge over prey. Those quick bursts of energy aren't just for show, they transform these cats into the fastest land animals. So next time you witness a big cat in action, remember that there's a whole lot of fantastic engineering beneath that majestic exterior. Within the thrilling world of nature, the cheetah showcases a unique physiological design that champions speed over everything else. Every inch of its body is dedicated to optimizing airflow, enhancing its chase capabilities. This incredible aerodynamic architecture does come with a catch, though. After sprinting like a lunatic, the cheetah's temperature skyrockets. Quick to realize the limits of its perfection, it must take a breather, panting like a dog left in the summer heat, proving that even the fastest have their kryptonite. Meanwhile, up in the frosty Himalayas, the snow leopard has graced the snowy peaks with its remarkable adaptations. Equipped with paws that function like snowshoes, these stealthy big cats traverse icy terrain with the poise of an acrobat. Those splendid fur-covered paws help distribute their weight, ensuring they don't plunge through powdery snow, and the furry havens hiding between their toes provide not just protection, but also tenacious traction. It's like walking on cloud 9, if cloud 9 were a slippery rock face. When snow leopards leap across cliffs like furry ninjas, spanning over 40 feet, they land with the grace of a feather. Their paws are engineered for maximum shock absorption, making them the perfect aerial artists of the animal kingdom. Each silent landing is strategic, allowing them to blend seamlessly into their rugged environment. When observing their tracks in hidden valleys, observers can decode a testament to their evolutionary genius, adapting their stride to tackle steep climbs or gentle slopes with ease and expertise. In the African savanna, lions stride with an elegant blend of style and stealth. Their stunning golden coats are nothing short of genius. They meld into the dry grasses and dusty soil, rendering them nearly invisible to prey during twilight hours. You could be standing right next to one and poof, poof, it's gone until it shifts talk about a magic trick. Those lion cubs start off sporting faint spots, remnants of their family tree, which come in handy when they're young and need that extra layer of camouflage. But what's a lion without its finely tuned fur? Nature apparently has a knack for fabric design, since the coarse guard hairs protect them from sunburn and thorny scrapes. Just think of it as lion armor. Beneath that layer, the softer underfur acts like an air conditioning unit, cooling them down when the African sun decides to crank up the heat. Now that's what you call a perfect combination of style and function. In this grand theater of life, each creature embodies their niche, from the thrill-seeking cheetah and agile snow leopard to the regal lion blending into the backdrop of the savanna. Every adaptation showcases the humorous, sometimes quirky creativity of evolution, reminding us that survival can also be pretty fabulous, whether sprinting across the plains, bounding between treacherous cliffs, or lounging like royalty. These magnificent animals embody the artistry and prowess of nature, leaving us awe-inspired and chuckling at how marvelously clever they've turned their biology into a survival masterpiece. In specific environments, lions don a slightly darker coat, allowing them to blend seamlessly with the reddish earth beneath them. This little fashion twist isn't just for style, it's a survival tactic, enhancing their ability to endure those long, sun-drenched hours in the open savanna. Who would have thought that behind the lion's bold demeanor lies a knack for camouflage? After all, perfection often starts with a little invisibility. Then we have the ever-mysterious leopard, sporting an eye-catching coat, a marvelous camouflage crafted from nature itself. Those perfect little rosettes of dark spots encircling lighter fur, they aren't just for decoration, they artfully mimic the dappled light filtering through the forest. It's like the leopard is a walking optical illusion, rendering itself nearly invisible as it prowls through sunny patches, blurring its body contours amidst the shadows. Every leopard, whether lounging in the dense thickets or lying on the savanna, is a unique masterpiece. Their rosettes vary in size, smaller in tightly packed forests and grander in more open regions. But that's not all. Infrared imaging shows how these mesmerizing patterns confuse not just our eyes, but thermal outlines too. This is evolution hard at work, as biologists dive into computer models, revealing that leopards share their camouflage skills with fish and snakes, nature's expert illusionists. Now, let's not forget about the jaguars, who come to the party with their very own signature look. At first blush, they might look like leopards, but a closer inspection reveals unique central dots within their rosettes. This stylish feature not only helps them stand out amongst their kind, but also enhances their ability to blend in with the tropical forest's chaotic signals of light and shadow. It's like they've mastered the art of being seen and unseen simultaneously. But there's more to the story. Jaguars are built differently, thicker coats and a heftier frame, allowing them to thrive in environments that require a bit more stealth. Those dazzling dotted rosettes aren't just pretty patterns. They are evolved adaptations tailored for survival. Genetic studies confirm that these cats possess specialized genes that precisely dictate those intricate designs. Evolution sure knows how to dress a jaguar for success. Conservationists have turned these beautiful rosettes into a fantastic tool. With photographic precision, they can identify and track individual jaguars, revealing that no two of these remarkable creatures were identical designs. Each rosette and dot creates a living fingerprint, a stunning mosaic of individuality embellished in gold and black. who knew fashion statements in the wild could also tell such compelling personal tales. Finally, let's swing to the tiger, making a grand entrance with coats ranging from vibrant orange to nearly ghostly white. This feline fashionista definitely makes a statement but provides its own form of camouflage, blending stealthily into the sun-drenched grasses or snowy landscapes. Each of these magnificent cats showcases nature's creativity, transforming the art of camouflage into a lively, complex story of survival in the wild. Tigers come in a dazzling spectrum of colors beyond the classic bright orange and black stripes we envision. Depending on their habitat and genetics, these magnificent creatures sport a variety of fur tones. In the steamy, humid jungles, you'll spot tigers with coats that are darker and more lush, allowing them to beautifully blend in with the shadow-drenched undergrowth. Meanwhile, northern forest dwellers, facing the chilling embrace of snow, flaunt thicker furs that pale in comparison, proving that adaptability is the name of the game in the tiger kingdom. Interestingly, the orange tint, often heralded as iconic, turns out to be a survival tactic. It helps these stealthy hunters merge seamlessly into their surroundings, appearing like dull greenish-brown smudges to the keen eyes of unsuspecting deer or boars. A highlight of the night, under moonlight, their fiery coats transform into ethereal silver, proving that nature has a flair for the dramatic. Beauty really is born from functionality, with color serving its purpose while looking fabulous at the same time. Now, let's talk about the superstar of the tiger world, the elusive white tiger. Contrary to popular belief, white tigers aren't a distinct species. They are the result of a rare genetic twist that suppresses the traditional fiery pigments. Picture this creamy white fur with jet black stripes gliding through the jungles. Unfortunately, this genetic quirk requires both parents to carry the recessive gene, making its appearance a celestial lottery win. While they may have once roamed the wild expanses of India, today, most white tigers descend from a few captive individuals, leading to some less than stellar health issues due to old-fashioned inbreeding. Despite being wrapped up in controversy, white tigers continue to leave us starry-eyed in admiration. They've become subjects of intense genetic studies, shining a light on pigment control and pattern formation in other mammals. In essence, each white tiger is a living science experiment, a quirky natural phenomenon that dazzles onlookers even while its existence hinges on a stroke of luck. It's the ghostly embodiment of a gene that wished to stand out in a world of orange. Shifting gears to the roaring past, we find ancient kings wrapped up in the aura of lions, who served as their regal companions. Long before they adorned emblems or currency, lions were strutting around palace grounds, showcasing a ruler's dominance over the wild. From the opulent courts of Mesopotamia to the lush landscapes of Persia, monarchs had lions at their side, living trophies of power and might, proof that they tamed nature itself. Reliefs from the Assyrian city of Nineveh offer us a glimpse into extravagant lion hunts staged by kings, carefully choreographed to flaunt their bravery. You could almost hear the trumpets blaring as they emerged victorious. Egyptian pharaohs took it a step further, breeding lions as esteemed companions, weaving them into their mythology as symbols linked to the sun god Ra. It turns out, keeping lions wasn't just a status symbol. It was a literal alliance with the divine. Overall, whether it's the enigmatic auras of tigers' priceless hues or the majestic roars of lions reigning in ancient times, nature and history weave a tapestry rich in color and character. These fascinating creatures offer not just glimpses into the past, but remind us of the wild magic still lurking just beyond the bramble, ready to pounce into our imagination and capture our hearts. In the roaring arenas of ancient Rome, lions weren't just critters, they were the ultimate celebrities. Picture this, fierce beasts strutting their stuff, symbolizing the empire's might and authority, captivating crowds as they licked their enormous paws. Even medieval Europe hopped on the lion bandwagon, slapping their images onto coats of arms. Those fierce felines became the poster children for nobility, because who wouldn't want to channel a lion's roar when ruling the lands? Traveling east, tigers strutted into myth. From the bustling streets of India to mystical China, these striped wonders were revered as the universe's cosmic balance keepers. In Chinese lore, the white tiger gallantly ruled the western sky, proudly donning the title of autumn's celestial guardian. Meanwhile, Dagor, the fierce goddess of power, charged into battle riding her trusty tiger steed. Talk about a power couple, their partnership signified harmony between the thrilling chaos of nature and orderly governance. Through Southeast Asia, the legacy of tiger spirits prowled through forests, silently overseeing the wild territories. These mythical protectors worked like nature's bouncers, ensuring humans respected the boundaries of the wilderness. And hey, even in modern times, festivals continue to pay homage to these majestic guardians, celebrating their role in how we connect with the land. The tiger remains an enchanting link from our visible world to the mysterious unknown. How cool is that? Anthropologists have put their thinking caps on, realizing that these ancient tiger myths mirrored ecological wisdom. The reason we exalted the tiger as an apex predator is that it played a vital role in keeping the ecosystem rock solid. Imagine that. Our ancestors understood that respecting space and balance was critical for survival, weaving tales before our formal understanding of ecology became a thing. These stories remind us to honor the wild and remember that the striped guardian reigns supreme. Meanwhile, swing over to ancient Egypt, where leopards had their own spiritual gig, buddying up with Osiris, the god of the afterlife. Here, the leopard was not just a pretty face, it bore profound significance. Priests adorned themselves in leopard skin cloaks during sacred rituals, each spot symbolizing a star in the night sky, representing the transformative journey between life and death. It was like cosmic fashion, mapping out the spiritual highway. Archaeologists have unearthed tomb art that showcases these vibrant robes, almost glowing with celestial importance. Each spot wasn't merely decoration but a symbol of the intricate dance between existence and the great beyond. Wearing leopard skin was about transformation rather than conquest. It was a sacred rite, granting priests the feline qualities essential for navigating the realms. They were the ultimate spiritual travel agents. The deep-rooted connection between cats and the spiritual plane didn't just vanish, it endured through centuries, casting shadows on later African and Mediterranean rituals. As animal symbols evolve, the reverence for these majestic cats remains a thread woven through history, reminding us how the magic of the wild and the unknown captivates our imagination. So, let's tip our hats, or lion crowns if you've got one, to these powerful felines, nature's true rock stars. Leopards, or rather their symbolism, still bounce around in art and language today, whispering secrets from a civilization that thought divinity lurked beneath fantastic patterns. In the ancient Maya world, jaguars strutted their stuff as more than just felines. They were divine beings. These majestic cats, with their exquisite coats and fierce gazes, were immortalized in carvings, murals, and royal tombs as symbols of strength, the nighttime realms, and the delicate dance between life and death. The Maya had this enchanting belief. When the sun hung low each evening, it morphed into a jaguar to traverse the underworld, gearing up for another day of shining. Kings rocked jaguar pelts to flaunt their connection to the divine, while brave warriors donned jaguar-inspired names, channeling the ferocity of this mystical creature. Temples dedicated to jaguar deities popped up everywhere, tightly woven into calendars and the very fabric of their cosmology, making it crystal clear that these big cats were fundamental to their world. What makes leopards even cooler is their duality. While they embodied danger, they also held the key to balance. Every spotted pelt was like a constellation, with the roars echoing as divine voices transiting through time. This belief system was sturdy enough to give the Maya a delightful perspective on existence, reminding them of the vital need for balance between the light and the shadows that define our experiences. Shifting gears to the mountain lion, known in some circles as the cougar, this big cat has also played a mythical role among Native American communities. As tales go, these sleek hunters guided humans in their hunts, teaching them patience and stealth through mere observation. The Zori and Hopi tribes, for example, revered the cougar as a guardian of the north, embodying strength with a dash of silence, a quality much needed in a world full of distractions. For many indigenous groups, the cougar's spirit wasn't just a myth, it served as ecological wisdom passed down the ages. Hunters believed that the cougar telepathically inspired them to balance the scales of nature, gently nudging them to take only what they needed. This careful interaction with nature is a thread woven through their stories, emphasizing the importance of maintaining harmony with the land. Surprisingly, modern biologists are confirming the age-old wisdom embedded in those tales about predator-prey dynamics. The cougar, as a mythical mentor, embodies the universal truth that survival depends on respect for the natural order, proving that ancient beliefs and scientific insights are often two sides of the same coin. The connection between humans and cougars reminds us of the delicate dance we must do with nature to thrive alongside it. And then there's the cheetah, the sprinter of the feline world and a favorite royal companion in the ancient times. Long before today's falconry craze, royalty from Persia, India, and Egypt mastered an intriguing sport, employing trained cheetahs to hunt gazelles. Imagine the spectacle: a beautifully adorned cheetah chasing down its prey while onlookers cheered, a scene so dramatic it'd put any modern hunt to shame. Cheetahs are like the cool kids of the big cat world, effortlessly blending into human societies without the usual feline drama. Picture this: royal households in the past teeming with these sleek creatures, transported on horseback and in horse-drawn carriages, all ready to show off their incredible hunting skills. Once unleashed, they would transform from adorable companions to lightning bolts, chasing down their prey before returning like obedient pooches to their handlers. Talk about an impressive return policy. Take Akbar the Great of India, for instance, who kept more than 1,000 of these incredible cats. Yes, you read that right, over 1,000. It sounds like a scene straight out of a quirky fantasy novel. Yet, while cheetahs were a spectacle, they were never truly domesticated. Despite the glamorous lifestyle, breeding them in captivity became as challenging as trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. They remained symbols of grace and poise, embodying the royal flair of their era. As time passed and empires fell, the tradition of hunting with cheetahs faded into history. What remains today are beautiful mosaics, manuscripts, and reliefs, featuring these magnificent spotted hunters alongside their human buddies. It's like flipping through an ancient Instagram feed, filled with snapshots of a time when royalty status was measured by elegance rather than diamonds or smart gadgets. These pieces of art are whispers of a glorious past, inviting us to marvel at that lost sense of chic. Now, let's talk about the term panther, which has a pretty epic origin story. Stemming from the ancient Greek word panthera, meaning all beasts, it has sauntered through languages and cultures for millennia. Originally, the word referred to a mythical creature that could charm animals with a breath so sweet you'd think it was spun from candy floss. Over time, the name settled on spotted big cats, especially leopards, and voila, panther became synonymous with majestic wild felines. In the Middle Ages, the term panther got even broader, as naturalists tossed it around like confetti for any large feline that crossed their paths. Today, it's often used to describe the mysterious melanistic leopards and jaguars, those dazzling creatures cloaked in shadows. The name's evolution reflects our age-old fascination with these animals, a blend of myth and science, sparking our imaginations and keeping the stories alive, one translation at a time. And then there's the lion, the ultimate medieval superstar. In illuminated manuscripts, these regal beasts were heralded as the embodiments of resurrection and valiant courage. Forget mere animals, they were painted as moral guides in medieval society. Writers spun wild tales that said lions could sleep with their eyes open to keep watch over their realm, a divine nod to vigilance. Their cubs were supposedly born lifeless, only revived by their father's breath, a nod to that third day. Resurrection. These enchanting anecdotes flowed through monasteries and royal courts, influencing heraldry and literature for centuries. The noble, wise, and oh-so-Christ-like portrayal of lions defined not just artistic expressions but also cultural narratives, shaping the collective consciousness about these grand beasts. Each story added layers to the lion's lore, weaving a vibrant tapestry that still enthralls us today, making us wonder what other secrets these gorgeous beasts might be keeping in their majestic roars. Europeans were captivated by the idealized image of lions long before they even laid eyes on one. This majestic big cat transitioned from being a mere predator to an emblem of bravery, valor, and renewal. Its representations adorned the sculptures outside cathedrals and castles, reflecting a calm, watchful presence. Each sculpture tells a tale not written in textbooks but whispered in the language of symbols, immortalizing a connection between humanity and the wild. In the mystic heights of the Himalayas, snow leopards take on an even more enchanting persona. In places like Nepal, Bhutan, and Tibet, these elusive creatures are viewed as mountain spirits, pivotal to local folklore. The tales crafted by ancient villagers portray them as protectors of sacred peaks, ensuring that humans tread lightly on the land. Spotting a snow leopard is nothing short of a blessing, a sure sign that the mountains are receptive to your presence, and monks often capture their ethereal forms in temple murals. These snow leopards invoke such reverence that even modern conservationists leverage these age-old beliefs. The mountain spirit myth not only helps to protect these magnificent animals but also encourages harmonious living with nature. After all, who'd dare poach a guardian of the peaks? With their remarkable ability to disappear into the mist, they embody a legend that blurs the line between animal and ghost. Nature and spirituality a whisper in the lofty cliffs. Big cats continue to enthrall artists and audiences alike, leaving paw prints on the canvas of creativity for millennia. From primitive cave paintings to vibrant modern murals, big cats have roamed through the human imagination as symbols of ferocity and elegance. Even the earliest known lion-headed figurine, over 30,000 years old, stands as a testament to our fascination with mythic hybrids, showcasing how long we have venerated these majestic creatures. In ancient China, bronze sculptures of tigers stood sentinel over tombs, while leopards adorned the finery of European kings as a testament to their power. Heraldic lions sprang to life on banners, marrying both majesty and might. Across different epochs, artists skillfully encapsulated the duality of big cats, fierce yet graceful, ensuring they lived on in the world of art, movies, and more recently, corporate logos. The allure of the big cat may even have roots in our primal instincts, blending admiration with a respectful fear. Neuroscientists suggest that our deep-seated fascination may stem from the moment we gazed into the glinting eyes of these creatures sitting in the firelight, etching them onto our memories. To illustrate or carve a big cat is to weave oneself into this ancient legacy, connecting past to present, dreams to reality. A unique twist in the big cat world is the phenomenon of melanism, giving certain leopards and jaguars their striking all-black coats. This rare genetic trait, marked by an excess production of dark pigment, creates not only a visually captivating version of these cats but adds to their mythos. With their elusive nature and shadows dancing in the dark, melanistic leopards illustrate nature's ability to captivate and mystify, keeping the spirit of the wild alive and flourishing. Under the bright sunshine, you might catch a glimpse of rosette patterns faintly glowing, like ghostly reminders of their usual splendor. This striking sight isn't some optical illusion. It's all part of a fascinating genetic trick played by nature. Scientists speculate that this unique mutation helps the big cats thrive in dense forests, making it easier for ambush predators like leopards to blend into the shadows. Nature's way of ensuring the fittest survive, right? Interestingly, while the melanistic gene reigns supreme in jaguars, it's a bit shy in leopards. As it's recessive, these quirky genetic differences result in a classic case of parallel evolution, showcasing how similar adaptations can sprout from vastly different genes. Locals in Asia have dubbed black leopards shadow panthers, and in South America, black jaguars earn the name Onsar's pride. Their stunning looks have inspired fantastical tales, asserting that these cats magically disappear under the cover of night. Fast forward to modern times, and thanks to clever camera traps, we now know that these elusive black panthers are still prowling the wild jungles, adding a dash of mystery to their already enchanting existence. Each creature, an elegant reminder that nature never runs out of ways to reinvent itself, continues to spin new threads of variation within the same species. Who knew evolution had such a flair for fashion? Now, let's chat about white lions. These dazzling beauties, with their rare snow-colored coats, are treasures of the African savanna, particularly within the safe confines of a few reserves in South Africa. Unlike their albino cousins, they have retained pigmentation in their eyes and skin. Their striking white fur stems from a recessive chinchilla gene that filters out the usual golden tones. Historically, these regal lions were thought to be sacred messengers, gracing the Timbati region with their presence. Despite their majestic looks, white lions face challenges in the wild. Their pale coloring makes the art of camouflage trickier, but in the dry grasslands of winter, they manage to blend in surprisingly well, a bit like a snowflake snuggling up to a pile of hay. For decades, these wonders were thought to have vanished, languishing in captivity, until reintroduction programs aided their return to protected reserves. Enter geneticists, the unsung heroes, who keep a watchful eye on these majestic lions to preserve their rarity while ensuring genetic diversity. Their ghostly appearance is both a testament to conservation success and a wake-up call. Being rare doesn't guarantee survival when the wild keeps shrinking. Isn't that a sobering thought for such gorgeous creatures? And then we have the hybrid stars of the feline world, ligers and tigers. When a lion meets a tiger, you get a liger, a grand beast and the largest cat on the planet. But flip that pairing around, and voila, you have a tigon. These feline mashups pull at the heartstrings of animal lovers and spark lively debates on social media. Who knew that the world of big cats could be such a whirlwind of unusual wonders? Nature really does know how to keep things interesting. These captivating hybrids are a real marvel of nature, existing only in captivity, where lions and tigers are forced to mingle instead of living in their own separate wild spaces. Meet the liger, a lumbering giant that can tip the scales at over 1,000 pounds. This hefty creature combines the expansive size of a tiger with the friendly nature of a lion. With their golden coats and faint stripes, ligers redefine what it means to be a big cat, showing a surprising love for swimming. Who knew cat-like creatures could paddle? On the flip side, we have their sassy cousin, the tigon, which leans more towards the tiger's genetic makeup. These compact hybrids are like the adorable little brother of the liger, smaller, yet equally charming. They've inherited more of the distinctive traits from their tiger parents and are usually sterile, since lions and tigers took different evolutionary paths millions of years ago. This hybrid duo showcases the quirks of genetics and how nature somewhat whimsically combines traits in memorable packages. Now, let's step into the wacky world of cheetahs, particularly the rare king cheetah. Forget the usual spotted pattern. These beauties flaunt long, dark stripes that stretch down their backs, thanks to a peculiar genetic mutation in the TACPEP gene. King cheetahs are like the rock stars of the cheetah scene. Discovered in South Africa way back in the early 20th century, these striped wonders were once mistaken for a different species, but spoiler alert, they're just cheetahs sporting a snazzy new coat that helps them blend into denser foliage. The uniqueness of the king cheetah doesn't stop at sheer aesthetics. The elongated markings give it a veritable fashion advantage. In the wild, such a coat design might offer stealthy camouflage compared to the classic cheetah spots, making it easier to sneak up on unsuspecting prey. But despite their fabulous getup, actually spotting a king cheetah in the wild is a once-in-a-lifetime chance, just when you think you've seen it all. Nature throws in a stylish twist. However, while these genetic wonders are captivating, the troubling issue of genetic diversity looms large over the big cat family. With habitats shrinking like a pair of old jeans after a wash, big cats are increasingly at risk. Fragmented living spaces due to roads and urban developments lead to isolated populations, which means inbreeding becomes a real problem. This can reduce their fertility and make them more susceptible to diseases. Who knew it could be so tough being a cat on the block? Panic mode sets in when we talk about genetic bottlenecks, the dramatic moments where tiger, lion, and cheetah populations plummeted, leaving them with nearly identical DNA. Talk about a family reunion gone wrong. Scientists are racing against time to implement genetic sequencing in breeding programs, working to boost diversity and make sure unique genes aren't wiped off the map. The cheetah's palette of genetic traits is alarmingly homogeneous, a remnant from a near brush with extinction at the end of the last ice age. In light of all this, it's become crystal clear that safeguarding broad, interconnected landscapes is just as crucial as protecting the species themselves. Maintaining these complex ecosystems ensures our beloved big cats don't just survive but thrive. After all, nature is the ultimate artist, and we wouldn't want to see it run out of paint or, in this case, genetic variation. The future looks bright if we play our cards right and protect these magnificent creatures. In the wild tapestry of life, big cats remind us that strength alone isn't enough. Without the magic of genetic exchange, even the fiercest felines can crumble over generations. They need more than territory. They thrive on that invisible thread of variety that offers adaptability. It turns out, male lions are master networkers, forming lifelong alliances with brothers that resemble the buddy cop duos we love. Their friendships aren't just cute, they're survival strategies that come with benefits galore. Imagine roars that aren't merely expressions of dominance but coordinated symphonies of brotherly bonding. In the savannas of Kenya and Botswana, these lion siblings communicate like a well-rehearsed dance troupe, body language and synchronized roars paving the way for their incredible teamwork. They defend their pride, share the spoils of the hunt, and keep those territories secured against solo challengers. Proving that teamwork makes the dream worker, in this case, the pride work. But hold on to your hats, for there's more than just strategy at play here. When tragedy strikes and one lion falls, the other doesn't just slink away. Nope. This tear-jerking tale unfolds as the surviving brother stays vigilantly close, mourning the loss for days. It's not only their physical prowess but also their emotional intelligence that elevates them to the status of true rulers of the savannah. Loyalty and trust reign supreme in their world, creating a legacy far richer than just brute strength. Now, let's take a detour and chat about tigers, a species that once roamed everywhere but has now narrowed down its stage. A century ago, 9 delightful subspecies of tigers strutted across Asia, flaunting their unique genetic flair. Fast forward to today, and we're down to 6 sad subspecies after the likes of the Bali, Yunnan, and Caspian tigers went the way of the dodo, vanishing during the 20th century under the weight of hunting and human expansion. Every lost tiger takes with it a piece of history, a unique genetic recipe shaped by its environment. The wee Bali tiger used to frolic in island forests small enough to fit in your backyard, while the mighty Caspian tiger conquered vast reed beds across Central Asia. Cue the gasp. Surprisingly, geneticists have discovered that the Caspian and Siberian tigers share a cloak of near-identical DNA, hinting that a future reintroduction might just breathe life back into something beautiful we lost. Then we have those sneaky leopards that give new meaning to the phrase "think globally, act locally." When marooned on islands, these leopards shrink to about half the size of their mainland relatives. The island rule's smaller bodies due to limited prey and territory gears up the evolutionary game. It's a quirky world where survival hinges on the whims of geography, resulting in pint-sized predators that would struggle to make the laundry list of largest cats but are no less fascinating. In the grand tapestry of evolution, it seems that adaptability is the thread that binds, from lion brothers showcasing emotional bonds in the savannah to the shrinking leopards making the most of island life. Nature has a delightful sense of humor. If there's one thing we've learned from these majestic creatures, it's that being part of a team or adapting to your surroundings can make all the difference in the world. Each tale of transformation and resilience serves as a vibrant reminder of life's unstoppable dance, a wild, whimsical waltz that reminds us to cherish every step. In the realm of evolution, insular dwarfism shines like a quirky star. Think about the leopards on Java and Sri Lanka, who've taken the art of downsizing to a whole new level. These pint-sized predators, weighing in at a measly half the size of their mainland cousins, have learned that smaller is smarter. Over generations, they've traded in a bit of bulk for a lighter lifestyle, proving that you don't need to be the biggest cat around to rule the jungle. Isn't it fascinating how nature plays dress up? In the ever-evolving game of survival, some creatures are opting for a sleeker, more compact design. This crafty strategy applies to multiple animal groups, like elephants and owls. But leopards hold a special place in this adaptation show. With a history stretching thousands of years, these miniature leopards are the end result of Mother Nature's selective moods, demonstrating that evolution often favors the clever over the colossal. Now, let's talk about the jaguars flitting through the dense jungles of the Amazon. You'd think they'd all be hulking beasts, pouncing on everything in sight. But oh no, these black-spotted cats are masters of agility, evolving to navigate through thick brush rather than crush anything in their path. Their smaller size enables them to dart around stealthily, proving to be an evolutionary win for maneuverability amongst the foliage. A perfect strategy to tackle elusive prey. On the flip side, those gigantic jags in the Pantanal have to bulk up to battle the big boys, in this case, capybaras and giant anacondas. It's like the jungle gym of evolution, where size meets skill in an epic showdown. Each jaguar adapts to their environment, showcasing spectacular flexibility, while still being one united species, a true testament to nature's cool ability to mix and match traits for optimal survival. Now, let's step into the snowy realms where snow leopards reign supreme. If there's any big cat that deserves a gold star for insulation, it's definitely them. With fur so thick that it's practically a cozy blanket, the snow leopard sports up to 12,000 hairs per square inch, Imagine wearing a coat that's 5 inches long on your belly while facing temperatures plummeting to a teeth-chattering 40 degrees. They're living proof that style can be functional. 2. And here's the kicker, those individual hairs. They're hollow, trapping air like little warmth savers without weighing these agile felines down. In the harsh, frigid environments they call home, every tiny adaptation counts. Whether prowling snow-covered mountains or crouching stealthily in icy wastelands, snow leopards epitomize the idea that you can be both fabulously fur-coated and profoundly practical. Such fierce cuteness wrapped in layers of warm fluff should make anyone rethink the notion of survival of the fittest. Through these incredible adaptations, we see a colorful tapestry of nature's sense of humor and genius. Whether it's through shrinking to fit in or simply adding layers for warmth, evolution has a way of crafting survival tactics that not only entertain but also inspire. These playful twists in the animal kingdom remind us that there's no one-size-fits-all approach to thriving. Sometimes, it's all about being the right fit for the job. Under the sharp lens of a magnifying glass, snow leopards appear as if cloaked in fine silk. Instead of coarse hair, this incredible softness is just one of the many factors that highlight their phenomenal adaptation to the Himalayan snow. Their stunning pale grey fur, elegantly adorned with smoky rosettes, offers them seamless camouflage against the backdrop of the snow-laden mountains when blizzards rage. These leopards curl their tails around themselves like fluffy blankets and effortlessly melt into the wintry landscape, showcasing nature's impeccable design. Across the rugged terrain of Africa, it's the lions that claim their throne, roaming the endless savannas. These majestic creatures have honed their social structure to perfection, cooperating in hunts that make them a force to be reckoned with. Female lions stealthily fan out across the grasslands, while the males keep watch, their majestic roars echoing like ancient drumbeats. Together, they sway like a well-oiled machine in a dance of survival, ensuring that the herbivores thrive without overwhelming the ecosystem, proving they're more than just fearsome hunters, they are ecological architects. But what happens when human hands encroach upon this wild symphony? Each year, the regal range of these big cats shrinks, putting pressure on the delicate balance of the ecosystems they help maintain. Yet, in areas where lions still roam, the sensation of vitality pulses through the grasslands. It's an age-old partnership where every predator and prey knows its role in this captivating choreography of life on the plains. Meanwhile, tigers reign supreme in Asia's dense forests, from the steamy mangroves of India to the icy realms where the Siberian tiger prowls. These glorious felines, each wonderfully adapted to their respective habitats, are nature's architects. With their mesmerizing orange coats, they slip through the shadows of trees like flickering flames, revealing just enough of themselves to remind us of the wild. The enormous territories they occupy serve as a living testament to their presence, defined by scratches on bark and scents carried by whispers of wind. In these tranquil spaces, tigers maintain the balance of life, shaping their environment while keeping herbivore populations in check. They're heralded as umbrella species within conservation circles, as their protection leads to preserving countless other species thriving beneath their canopy. When the forest holds its breath, and a low rumble reverberates through the trees, it's none other than the king of the jungle, the tiger, serving as the very pulse of Asia's wilderness. Speaking of wilderness, let's shimmy over to the jaguars, which quietly stalk the rainforests and swamps with an air of mystery. These powerful cats are experts in stealth, moving like shadows through the dense underbrush, their muscular bodies perfectly designed for both power and grace. A dark rosette pattern adorns their golden coats, perfectly mirroring dappled sunlight filtering through the canopy of leaves overhead. They navigate through their homelands with an elegance that is awe-inspiring, reminding us that the dance of the wild is a performance with no audience but the earth itself. In the tropical wetlands and jungles of the Americas, jaguars slink around like nature's stealthy ninjas. With paws broad enough to diffuse their weight, they tiptoe through the mud as if performing a delicate dance. Unlike most of their feline counterparts, these crafty cats have an affinity for water, effortlessly slicing through flooded forests to surprise their next meal. It's like watching a live-action stealth game, where their spots play tricks, mimicking dappled sunlight and rendering them nearly invisible. As the undisputed apex predators of their domain, jaguars rule the jungle with an iron paw. They keep populations of deer, capybaras, and reptiles in check, and even those intimidating crocodilians, caimans, don't stand a chance against their bone-crushing jaws. Ecologists, on their quest to decode the jaguar's secret life, have discovered that these magnificent creatures prefer to stroll along river paths, where they can catch some sun, cool down, and wait to pounce. Talk about a laid-back lifestyle. When it comes to chatty communication, jaguars aren't as vocal as you'd think. Forget the ear-splitting roars of lions. These felines prefer to keep it low-key with a series of grunts and coughs, perfect for short-range discussions. Each deliberate movement of theirs feels like a nod to ancient patience, as if they're saying, "Why rush when everything is perfectly set in the rhythm of the jungle?" The jungle remains in harmony with their presence, a reminder that sometimes silence speaks volumes. In the wild. Meanwhile, leopards are the ultimate cats of convenience, trotting happily across the globe to thrive in every imaginable environment. Whether it's hot deserts, dense rainforests, sprawling savannas, or even bustling city outskirts, these fur-coated chameleons have mastered the art of adaptability, thanks to their diverse diet, which spans everything from insects to antelopes. Leopards can feast with the best or the most convenient. They're like the trendy eaters of the big cat world, always ready for a meal. Not to mention their incredible climbing skills. Leopards snuggle into trees when the sun blares too hot or during the pesky presence of scavengers. When the city sounds echo beneath them, they sneak through alleyways, playing stealth mode, only to return to their woodland retreats before dawn. This ability to blend into both urban sprawl and wild expanses speaks to their inner survivor, an impressive testament to resilience and adaptability in a world filled with changes and challenges. Now, let's turn our gaze up into the chilly heights where snow leopards reign supreme. As the kings of altitude soaring beyond 18,000 feet, they thrive where even eagles struggle to fly. Picture this. The air is so thin up there that it holds less than half the oxygen found at lowland levels. Yet, these enchanting big cats move like they own the skies, powered by deep chests and large nasal passages that help them breathe easier in their frosty domain. Their territories span majestic cliffs, icy glacier, and stark scree fields, areas so bare that one has to question what they're even feeding on. Yet, snow leopards are the definition of elegance blended with tenacity, creeping through these barren landscapes with a flair that only nature could conjure. They embody the intrigue of high-altitude living, proving that even in the harshest conditions, survival is possible for those who dare to reach for the sky. In the majestic heights of the mountains, elusive creatures roam, deftly following the herds of blue sheep and ibex in their seasonal migrations. Equipped with satellite collars, scientists have tracked their incredible journeys, revealing that these mountain phantoms can cover over 100 miles in a matter of weeks. Living in the thin air at Earth's roof, they've turned the rugged terrain into their very own playground, thriving where few others dare to tread. Meanwhile, the cheetahs have their own special kind of grace, thriving on open plains that stretch as far as the eye can see. Here, their genetic gifts for speed and agility take center stage. The vast grasslands and scattered woodlands of Africa provide the perfect runway, allowing them to unleash their breathtaking velocities while pursuing prey like gazelles and impalas. In this natural arena, the pursuit transforms into a thrilling spectacle, showcasing the dance of predator and prey, a moment where survival hangs in the balance. However, this specialization comes with a price, as their precious open lands are converted into farmlands, roads, and urban sprawl. The vast hunting grounds for these magnificent athletes are gradually disappearing. The image of a cheetah sprinting across a sunlit plain is nature's poetry in motion, a fusion of elegance and raw power. Yet, every stride becomes a reminder of their vulnerability in a rapidly changing world, as they navigate the shrinking territories. Now, in stark contrast, cougars embody adaptability. These champions of survival thrive in an astonishing variety of habitats, from snowy Canadian peaks to arid Patagonian deserts. Whether it's stalking deer through dense forests or ambushing rodents on high plains, it's their flexibility that sets them apart. Cougars have even been known to return to areas once deemed empty of large predators, reclaiming territories and reminding us how resilient wildlife can be in the face of change. These stealthy roamers have an unmatched talent for adjusting their diet and hunting techniques to fit their environment. With no need for a pack or pride, they rely solely on their patience and the quiet art of stealth. Each step they take is deliberate, a testament to their survival strategy, As they traverse landscapes, cougars have mastered the art of living lightly, making them adaptable manifestations of survival. Big cats, from the graceful cheetah to the resourceful cougar, play a crucial role in shaping their ecosystems. By keeping prey populations in check, they help maintain the delicate balance of nature. As top predators, they influence the behavior of other species and the overall health of their habitats. Their role exemplifies the intricate connections that sustain life. As these magnificent creatures remind us of the importance of coexistence in the wild. So, whether soaring through the rugged mountains or streaking across wide-open plains, these incredible cats tell a story of survival, resilience, and elegance. They encapsulate the wild spirit, encouraging us to appreciate the beauty of their existence and the landscapes they inhabit. In a world that's constantly changing, they teach us that adaptability might just be the secret ingredient for thriving in the grand tapestry of life. Big cats are the unsung heroes of the ecosystem, acting as keystone species to keep everything in harmonious balance. Imagine a world where these magnificent beasts roam free, preying on the old, frail, or downright belligerent critters, preventing overpopulation and habitat decay. In Africa, lions strut around, reminding herbivores who's boss, keeping those fragile grasslands safe from becoming a munching ground. Meanwhile, in Asia, tigers play traffic cop for the deer and boar, letting the forests breathe and flourish once again. But when these big cats check out of the ecosystem, chaos reigns supreme. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet for the prey. With no predators around, populations explode, leading to a diet that would make any plant cringe. Imagine deer munching indiscriminately and leaving forests bare, making it look like the ultimate snack attack happened overnight. In areas where lions are seen less often, hyenas and baboons take over, flipping the predator-prey script and causing human-wildlife clashes. A classic case of the grass is always greener until it's all gone. This is what we call a trophic cascade, a dramatic chain reaction that illustrates how tightly woven life is. Remove one thread like top-level predators and suddenly everything starts to unravel. Scientists have been buzzing around projects in India and Africa demonstrating that bringing back just a few big cats can be a game changer. It's like flipping a switch. The vegetation perks up, water cycles stabilize, and the entire community gets a refreshing reboot. The landscape just seems to come alive again. What's fascinating is that big cats don't just impact their immediate family's branches of the ecosystem bloom in their shadow. Every roar and hunt resonates, making the forest or savanna thrum with life. They are a vital part of the Earth's symphony, ensuring that every note plays its role. The disappearance of these apex predators is like losing the lead singer of your favorite band, leaving the entire rhythm a little off-kilter and melancholy. Ecologists often refer to big cats as indicator species, cleverly hinting at the health of their habitat. If there are thriving tigers flouncing about, you can bet those forests are in tip-top shape, and the herbivore population is looking good too. Lions doing their thing on the plains suggest a solid balance exists among the herds. Their majestic presence is like a quality assurance badge for the ecosystem, reminding us that everything else, plants, smaller creatures, even climate, is holding strong. Conservationists have got their pulse on the wild through big cats' population stats, almost like a heartbeat reading. They understand that protecting these majestic creatures indirectly safeguards countless smaller critters in the same intricate web. So, when we see those big cats prowling the landscape, it's a sign that the ecosystem is thriving, shouting from the treetops that nature is holding its ground, one flick of a tail at a time. When tiger numbers plummet, it's not just an animal issue, it's a siren call that something's awfully wrong with our Earth. Poaching, climate chaos, and deforestation take center stage in this sobering drama. These majestic big cats aren't just furry icons, they are nature's balancing act. When the tiger roars, the entire ecosystem hums along. Every creature, big or small, finds its place in this intricate dance of life, ensuring that the heart of nature keeps on beating. Tragically, fewer than 4,000 wild tigers are left in the world today. Once, they strutted across vast landscapes from Turkey to the Pacific. Now, they're like the last cookies in a jar, dwindling down to scattered fragments across just 13 nations. The reasons for their decline are as grim as it gets: deforestation, poaching, and the illegal wildlife trade. Ironically, we now have more tigers in captivity than in the wild. Talk about a twist in the tale. However, amid this bleak picture, a glimmer of hope shines through. Back in the 1970s, India's Project Tiger kicked off, and guess what? It's worked wonders, doubling populations in various reserves. Meanwhile, in the nature-loving realms of Nepal and Bhutan, community-driven patrols and conservation efforts are reversing years of damage. Every single surviving tiger showcases what can be accomplished with patience and proactive protection. It's nature's ultimate game of hide and seek, proving the wilderness refuses to be muted. On the other side of the globe, lions are feeling the pinch as well. In a mere 50 years, their numbers have tumbled by nearly half. Once kings of the continent, these magnificent creatures now inhabit less than 10% of their original territory. The culprits: habitat destruction, human encroachment, and poaching. But hold your roars, there's been a resurgence in some areas thanks to brilliant conservation efforts like the Kavango Zambezi Transfrontier Park. This massive wildlife highway allows lions to strut their stuff between countries, celebrating their freedom as they go. Technology to the rescue. Satellites are now monitoring their migration like nature's own GPS, helping conservationists track their every move. Local communities are banding together with clever early warning systems to protect their livestock from wild predator encounters. It's a vibrant dance of coexistence, humans and lions learning to share the spotlight. Saving lions is not merely about preserving the image of the roaring beast. It's about keeping the African heart beating strong. Habitat corridors are popping up like well-placed stepping stones to reconnect the dots between isolated lion populations. These vital pathways will enhance genetic diversity and resilience, allowing these big cats to thrive once again. It's a collaborative effort, dazzling in its charm and determination. The roaring rhythm of the savanna doesn't just belong to the lions. It symbolizes the echo of coexistence across the ages. Let's make sure it continues to resonate for generations to come. As human development gnaws away at the wilderness, big cats find themselves marooned on shrinking habitats like a bunch of felines thrown into a small, insufficiently stocked buffet. Without the ability to meander between these tiny islands, breeding and starvation become a wild cocktail of doom for even resilient populations. Thankfully, conservationists are stepping up their game by crafting wildlife corridors, magical pathways of protected land enabling tigers, lions, and leopards to strut their stuff between ecosystems without a care in the world. Take India, for example. There, wildlife corridors exist between tiger reserves, allowing those majestic big cats to haul their furry butts across safe passages with all the swagger they can muster. Meanwhile, across the globe in Kenya, similar networks facilitate the swanky travels of lions and leopards, whisking them between parks without the hassle of dodging farms or roads. Roadside cafe traffic jams are so last year. And let's not forget North America, where clever underpasses and overpasses allow cougars to reclaim their ancient roots like retro fashion, making a comeback through the Rocky Mountains. These wildlife corridors are akin to veins pumping life back into the wild, reviving the genetic flow that sustains these fascinating creatures. When scientists track an animal walking across a newly constructed bridge, it's much more than data. It's an epic reconnection moment between habitats that have been torn apart. Camera traps, those cheeky silent watchmen, unveil individuals long thought to have disappeared, rewriting the wildlife narrative like an unexpected plot twist in a gripping novel. Hidden deep within claustrophobic forests, motion-triggered cameras are snapping shots that change the game entirely. From Indo-Chinese leopards in Cambodia to tigers in barren lands once branded as empty, each photo bursting forth feels like a heartbeat from the undiscovered realm. An eye glinting in infrared or a wavy stripe pattern popping up evokes excitement. Scientists harnessing nifty software to match these markings with databases, rediscovering lives thriving just out of human sight, ready to dance back into existence. This technology drives home a vital point. Absence of evidence doesn't mean creatures have vanished for good. Even within meticulously mapped terrains, the wild holds onto its juicy secrets. Each blurry image, whether it's a feline flicking its tail or a lurking predator, serves as a gentle reminder that there's still a sprinkle of enchanting mystery rustling through the foliage. Oh, the thrill of the hunt isn't just for the big cats anymore. Modern anti-poaching efforts have stepped into the digital age, armed with drones and AI tracking that could make any spy envious. Across conservation zones in Africa and Asia, Anti-poaching teams mobilize drones equipped with thermal cameras, surveying extensive landscapes from above. Like brilliant digital hawks, artificial intelligence dissects footage on the fly, pinpointing suspicious human activities or vehicles that ring alarm bells for potential illicit actions. A modern-day Sherlock in the cloud. Thanks to these technological saviors patrolling the skies, areas that once sprinted with poaching incidents have noticed a remarkable decline. These aerial guardians, together with ground patrols and sniffer dogs skilled at detecting animal products, weave a formidable safety net. As conservationists harness state-of-the-art tools to safeguard these magnificent beasts, the wild's escapism is gradually being restored, meaning there's still hope for our planet's remarkable big cats to thrive in their rightful homes. In India, a technological transformation is quietly unfolding, where networks equipped with cutting-edge tech monitor tiger reserves around the clock. Meanwhile, in the grasslands of Kenya, sophisticated predictive models are diligently forecasting poaching routes before they can become a reality. These aren't just any machines, they're the unsung heroes of conservation, working overtime to shield wildlife from harm. Drones flying gracefully above moonlit savannas are not annoyances but vigilant guardians, ensuring the beauty of nature remains undisturbed. Within the confines of our zoos and breeding centers, genetic studies are busily at work like expert matchmakers. Scientists painstakingly oversee the complex genetic makeup of captive big cats, ensuring a healthy diversity that can withstand the perils of inbreeding. This meticulous process, known as genetic pairing, uses extensive databases detailing lineage and ancestry, helping to pick the perfect partners for mating. For the beleaguered Amur, leopard or Sumatran tiger, these science fests are akin to lifeboats, safeguarding vital insurance populations should wild numbers dwindle. Thanks to advances in genome sequencing, scientists can now catch even the smallest genetic hiccups, tracking immune system markers that may indicate vulnerabilities. These facilities aren't just about keeping cats cozy, they actively swap animals globally to maintain a varied and robust gene pool. While we all know that captivity can never replicate the wild, it stands as a biological vault, preserving essential snippets of life's blueprint. Every cub born in these conditions represents a carefully curated chapter in the delicate saga of evolution. Even more exciting, ecotourism is stepping in as a superhero for big cats, boosting their economic appeal. In areas where both people and wildlife must share the land, ecotourism is proving to be a potent conservation tool. When tourists shell out for the chance to see lions, tigers, and leopards in their natural habitats, the cash injects life into local economies, funding ranger programs, schools, and job creation. The best part? It flips the script on community perspectives. Alive lions are far more valuable than slain ones. Countries like Botswana, Namibia, and India have showcased stunning success stories where well-managed tourism changes traditional views of these majestic creatures from menacing foes to treasured assets. But it's a precarious balance. There's a fine line between tourism and disruption. The most effective programs keep visitor numbers in check, train local guides to foster sustainable practices, and ensure profits flow back into the local communities. When done correctly, ecotourism transforms appreciation into action, intertwining human prosperity with wildlife conservation. Rewilding projects are yet another incredible avenue, aiming to return big cats to their rightful territories. This exciting practice, best described as ecosystem restoration via key species reintroduction, often sees these apex predators at the forefront. It's like throwing a wild party where everyone's invited, but only the brave lions, tigers, and leopards get to rock up in style. These initiatives help heal damaged ecosystems, creating a more balanced nature that benefits both wildlife and surrounding communities. By blending modern technology and love for adventure, conservationists are crafting a vibrant narrative where big cats not only survive but thrive. Each of these efforts interlocks like pieces of a puzzle, painting a lively picture of hope. From big-hearted volunteers tirelessly working in breeding programs to ecotourism strategies that empower local communities, the future looks bright for our endangered feline friends. It's a wild world where life's intricacies are ushered into a dance to protect what we cherish most, nature itself. In the vast expanse of Kazakhstan, Scientists are on a mission to revive the Caspian tiger, but not with actual tigers, oh no. They're fetching some Siberian relatives to play the role of standers. Meanwhile, South Africa has been busy rolling out the red carpet for its own majestic beasts, lions and cheetahs. After a century-long hiatus, these magnificent creatures are being welcomed back into their homes. But don't be fooled. It's not just a matter of letting them loose. Years of meticulous preparation are required to ensure these big cats can roam freely without a hitch. Restoring ecosystems isn't just a walk in the park, or should I say, a run through the savannah. It involves nurturing prey populations, crafting corridors for new arrivals, and rallying the local communities to rally behind the cause. And trust me, the results are nothing short of magical. For instance, take India's Panna Tiger Reserve, where tigers had completely vanished. A decade later, thanks to some dedicated restoration, the land teems with life again. Lush forests and flowing rivers have made a spectacular comeback. Just like that, the balance is re-established, reminding us that nature has this incredible knack for healing. Rewilding isn't just an ideal, it's a powerful reminder that the intricate dance between land, wildlife, and time can be restored. Loss doesn't have to be the final act of a tragedy. With some love, a sprinkle of patience, and an open dialogue with nature, we can foster an environment that allows the wild to flourish once more, as the mantra goes. Sometimes we just need to step back and let nature breathe, because it knows what's best for itself. Scientists are embracing some cutting-edge methods to track and understand these roaming royalty of the wildlife world. Imagine this: every tiger and lion has its own unique roar, functioning like a sonic fingerprint. These roars contain hidden messages, variations in pitch, frequency, and duration that can identify individuals, thanks to snazzy remote acoustic sensors. Researchers can now eavesdrop on these magnificent creatures without invading their personal space. With thousands of hours of recordings, they are literally mapping the reigning kings of the jungle. And this tech-savvy approach isn't just about playing Snoop, it's all part of a grand strategy to monitor rewilding programs. Instead of resorting to intrusive tagging, scientists might rely on the natural language of the wild sound. Each roar captured is like a snapshot of life, echoing through the landscape. It's the sonic heartbeat of the wilderness, a testament to everything alive and kicking out there, reminding us that even in silence, memories find their voice. Let's be real, big cats are the true rock stars of the animal kingdom. They are nature's fierce and captivating ambassadors, effortlessly captivating our hearts with their strength, beauty, and untamed spirit. Just picture our ancestors huddled by the fire, eyes wide with awe and a dash of fear. They felt the same primal connection we do today. The roar of a lion awakens something deep within us, a connection to the wild that binds humanity to the enchanting web of life. In today's world, as the wild gets squeezed tighter than a can of sardines, big cats have bravely stepped up to act as the guardians of nature. These magnificent beasts represent an essential link between civilization and the great outdoors. Protecting them means safeguarding entire ecosystems. After all, if you catch a glimpse of a tiger lurking in the jungle or hear a lion's bellow echoing at dusk, it's like a spark ignites in the heart. It's a reminder that we are part of something much bigger than ourselves. Their fate is intertwined with ours, making their preservation critical for our shared future. The power of wonder has emerged as a pivotal conservation tool. Just imagine stumbling upon the fossilized remains of ancient big cats. It's like opening a time capsule to the past. These relics have revolutionized our understanding of evolution in the animal kingdom. From the formidable Smilodon that prowled ancient America to the fearsome European cave lion, known as Panthera spelaea. Each discovery unlocks secrets about our feline friends. Scientists have been busy analyzing the wear patterns on their teeth and bone isotopes, piecing together intricate food webs that lay dormant for thousands of years. Fossils aren't just dusty old bones, they tell an epic tale of survival under the changing whims of climate and habitat. Big cats have weathered the storms of ice ages, droughts, and shifting continents like nature's toughest athletes. For every struggle, there's a story of endurance crafted in bone. These ancient remains are language, whispering a soothing truth. While change is a constant, persistence can stretch across millennia. Evolution isn't merely about progression, it's about resilience that can echo through time. Digging deeper, scientists have unearthed ancient DNA that opens the door to a wild connection between our travels and those of big cats. The migratory routes of lions mirror the paths taken by early humans. Picture it, lions gliding across the vast continents of Africa, Europe, and Asia long before we took our own steps down those corridors, during the icy grip of the Ice Age. These magnificent creatures crossed into North America just like humans did talk about a shared road trip. This parallel evolution isn't just limited to lions. Genetic studies have spotlighted how isolation has driven regional evolution. Cold climate cave lions bulked up to tackle the chill, while tigers split off to thrive in Asia's dense forests. Tracing these furry migrations allows us to grasp how ecosystems evolved right alongside humanity. We've always been in cahoots with these apex predators, influencing each other's destinies against the backdrop of time's sprawling canvas. Thinking of big cats roaming across Europe, even stretching as far north as Britain, adds a delightful twist to this narrative. It's hard not to envision a lion lounging under the English sun or tiger paw prints in the ancient forests of Britain. Their presence tells us a compelling story of how the world was once shared by both humans and incredible big cats, crafting an intertwined legacy. So, next time you find yourself marveling at a tiger on the screen or hearing a distant lion's roar, remember, these majestic creatures are more than just animals. They symbolize resilience and adaptability. Protecting them means cherishing our historical tapestry and ensuring that both cats and humanity can thrive side by side. After all, we're all part of this grand adventure called life. During the last ice age, Europe was a wild stage for the magnificent antheria, the cave lion. Imagine this colossal feline stalking through a frosty landscape, from sunny Spain to the chill of Siberia, hunting reindeer, bison, and horses. Fossils found in the chilly air of England and Germany confirm that even the frozen north fell under the sway of these big cats. They stood taller than today's lions, flaunting faint striping and sporting shorter manes that waved like frozen flags against the icy wind. Jump into the depths of Chauvet Cave in France, where the artistry is so vivid, you might think those lions would leap off the wall in a whirlwind of fur. The cave paintings depict these ancient rulers with stunning accuracy. Some even portray them without manes. Could those be fierce female hunters? Or perhaps males showcasing social prowess? Whatever the case, it's clear these magnificent beasts held an important role in the world of our ancestors. But, just like a bad winter, the Ice Age had its end. About 13,000 years ago, the cave lions vanished, their absence echoing across the European landscapes that echoed with their roars. Their extinction was closely tied to climate changes and the growing human population. Suddenly, the wilderness grew quiet, and the mighty silence left behind was a stark contrast to the thrilling sounds of lion activity that roamed the night sky beneath twinkling stars. Yet, even in their absence, the legacy of cave lions lingers on through art. Those ochre and charcoal masterpieces point back to a time when humans and lions coexisted, evoking both fear and fascination. The sheer awe expressed in these early artworks demonstrates how intertwined our fates were, with humanity recognizing a formidable yet graceful predator that sparked our imagination like no other creature could. The stunning paintings in Chauvet Cave, aged 20,000 years, bring a full-body shiver as they demonstrate lions hunting bison with remarkable detail. These weren't simple doodles. They represented deep-rooted feelings of admiration and respect. Ancient people painted their fears and reverence for these powerful hunters, showcasing a bond that transcended time itself. Big cats were rivals and muses, fierce yet beautiful, breeding storytelling and myth-making through their majestic forms. Striped leopards and tigers on ancient Chinese artifacts also echo this relationship between humans and big cats. They remind us that before words were ever spoken, we were captivated by their form, darting across the pages of our early artistic tales. These beings moved us to create, to carve, leaving us a windowsill view into a shared history illustrated in brush strokes and chiseled impressions that say, we were here, and we were in awe. Archaeological digs have uncovered lion bones nestled next to ancient shelters, revealing that these dazzling cats were part of our world, whether they were hunted for their glorious fur or their hearty meat, or, intriguingly, held sacred as ritual offerings. It's clear our connection ran deep. Discoveries of lion remains curled next to human burials hint at the spiritual ties between our species, showcasing a connection that was more respect than conflict, a harmony disrupted only by the Relentless march of time. Scientists probing the cut marks on ancient bones are helping us decode the complex relationship early humans had with predators. It's a classic case of seeing both sides of the coin. Those sharp-toothed beasts were simultaneously threats and valuable resources. This evidence reminds us that our ancestors didn't live in isolation. Instead, they were woven into an intricate ecological network where predator and prey coexisted, a dance that has unfolded for tens of thousands of years. Picture this: Ice Age humans casually strutting around with necklaces made from lion and leopard teeth. Yes, they drilled and grooved those teeth and claws with care, thread them on sinew or fiber, and wore them like badges of honor. These ornaments weren't mere accessory bling. They represented courage, status, or even spiritual mojo. There's something profoundly fascinating about the notion that children were buried wearing these gnarly necklaces, perhaps as a form of protection in the great beyond. We're clinging to these ancient artifacts as reminders of our instinct to honor powerful creatures by donning their remains. It sounds primitive, sure, but this practice is deeply intertwined with a timeless truth. Strength, beauty, and survival are inseparable threads in the human narrative. That lion's tooth hanging from a hunter's neck was more than just an accessory. It stood as a powerful symbol, a tribute to the majestic predator that once roamed the earth. Delving into the etymology of the word cat reveals a catastrophic web of historical connections. This 5,000-year-old vocabulary trail starts with the Latin cartus and morphs into chat in French, gato in Spanish, and cat in Old Norse. Surprisingly, all origins seem to trace back to an ancient Afro-Asiatic root, possibly from Egyptian. This origin story mirrors the journey of the first domesticated cats as they spread alongside human trade and culture. Speaking of ancient Egypt, those charming little felines were worshipped to the max. The reverence for cats went so deep. Their word cat might have inspired a whole range of linguistic terms flying across continents and cultures. It's enlightening to note that the fascination with these furry companions is etched not just in history but in our very language, a testament to their lasting appeal in our collective psyche. And just when you think the journey ends, consider the scientific moniker Panthera, derived from Greek mythology to mean all beasts. Words, like species, evolve and shift as they travel through time and space. The continuity of how we name these magnificent creatures speaks volumes about their significant place in our hearts and minds as humans. So, the next time you find a cat lounging in the sun or stalking a butterfly, take a moment, connect the dots from our ancestral past through language, culture, and even burial practices. Each paw print left in the sand is more than just an imprint. It's a reminder of the timeless bond that links us to the wild. How's that for a grand narrative weaving humans and felines together across ages? Ever striking and always nonchalant, big cats have a knack for captivating our attention through their roar. As majestic as they are, these misunderstood beasts require team effort for survival. That's right, no lone ranger can swoop in to save the day. Their territories span across borders, and their struggles are global phenomena. It's clear, protecting these creatures demands more than just good intentions. It needs a united global force. National borders mean little to our feline friends, but they mean everything for conservationists. The threats these animals face: climate change, wildlife trafficking, and habitat destruction know no geographical limits. That's why alliances formed through initiatives like the Global Tiger Forum or Panthera Foundation are critical. These groups bring together scientists and policymakers from countless countries to collaborate and share vital data, proving that teamwork truly makes the dream work. In fact, modern technology is lending a paw to conservation efforts. Satellite imagery is now being employed to track deforestation, allowing us to protect habitats from thousands of miles away. This is the new age of conservation, a convergence of governments, local communities, and NGOs pooling their resources and expertise. And guess what? It's working. Populations once thought on the endangered list are bouncing back, proving that collective action reaps rewards. Creating awareness is the first key step in this adventure. It's not just about the wild and beautiful landscapes, it's about igniting curiosity in people. When someone takes a moment to learn how they can make a difference, plans start to form. It could be spreading the word about reducing demand for animal products or supporting sanctuaries. Modern campaigns are turning social media into a powerful ally, enabling individuals to engage with these magnificent creatures even if they never lay eyes on them in the wild. High-impact storytelling paired with solid data is the name of the game. Conservationists know that when people care, ecosystems heal at astonishing speeds. A single share of a captivating image like that of a rescued tiger can inspire an army of donations that sustain entire programs. Awareness isn't just a phase, it's an infectious movement that sparks action and draws people into the mission of saving big cats. Our connection with big cats goes far beyond mere coexistence. It's woven into the very fabric of our history. For eons, we have shared this earth with these magnificent creatures, living as both rivals and companions. From our early fears of them to becoming their fierce defenders, our journey together has shaped not only our relationship but also the stories we cherish, as we harness our understanding, intent, and passion for big cats. We are indeed safeguarding a piece of our shared history. Ultimately, the journey to protect these titans of the wild starts with a roar we hear and a pledge to cherish it. It's about listening, appreciating, and letting others join the dialogue about what wildness truly sounds like. When we shift our mindset to include all of Earth's inhabitants in our shared responsibility, we not only save big cats but also restore balance to our ecosystems. The future must be a symphony of roars and whispers, coalescing into a harmonious plea for preservation. In the story of evolution, we're all players in a grand drama of adaptability and resilience. Just like the magnificent big cats, we've clawed our way from fragile beginnings to master the world around us. But as our wilderness shrinks, it seems we're at a crossroads again. The survival of these majestic creatures hinges on our ability to coexist rather than conquer. It's a true test of our humanity. To protect these big cats is, in essence, to safeguard a part of ourselves. They mirror our instinctual connection to nature, a reminder of the pulse of life that thunders through the wild. Every encounter with them, from a lion's regal gaze to a snow leopard darting like a ghost, pulls at the threads of our collective memory. Their survival is not just about keeping animals alive. It's about preserving that age-old conversation between humanity and the greater world around us. As this quiet journey winds down, it's incredible to think of the landscapes we've traversed together, from Africa's sun-kissed savannas to the lofty ridges of the Himalayas. We've followed paw prints through lush forests, across arid deserts, and deep into history itself. These cats have left their mark not just on the earth but etched deep within us, whispering tales of the wild that resonate with our hearts. These remarkable animals are more than just predators. They're the orchestrators of balance in their ecosystems. When a lion roars, it's as if the grasslands awaken, singing of their rightful rulers. Snow leopards sliding between clouds remind us of the mountain's silent breath, while every stealthy move of a tiger sends the very wind into a hushed reverence. Their survival rides on our kindness, how softly we tread on this delicate earth. There's something profound in finding peace in their presence, a powerful yet graceful dance of life that reminds us that true strength doesn't always raise a ruckus. Sometimes it blends into the backdrop, quietly leaving only the gentle rustle of fur against the air. As twilight wraps around us, let your mind wander through their world. Beneath starry skies on the savanna, the jungle's pre-dawn silence, or the crisp mountain air where big cats roam. So, as you let the day fade, take a moment to appreciate the stillness. Feel the rhythm of the universe echo in your soul, just like the distant padding of paws across the grass. Breathe in the wild air and allow yourself to drift into dreams filled with untamed beauty, free and unrestrained, waiting for tomorrow's adventures. If you've enjoyed this meditative journey, flick those fingers over the like button, subscribe, or drop a thought below. Each click helps spread the wonder, one thoughtful soul at a time. But for now, let's cherish this moment, closing our eyes to the world where the wild reigns supreme, guiding us gently into the embrace of sleep. Good night.